Madison, Wisconsin is as good as it gets.
It's all about the Badgers.
Go Badgers! Go Badgers!
Games like this is what really separates college football from everything else.
Open up the history books. Here comes Rondell.
That was J.J. Watt, and what a story this young man is.
Gordon again. What a performance by Melvin Gordon.
And the pass rush gets home for the Badgers. Camp Randall lets it roar.
An unrivaled fan base, the best college sports town in the world. This is ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day.
So live it up right here, right now. Till the sun comes up and the lights go out. So live it up right here, right now.
Well, we're starting this thing early because we can.
Yeah, and because it's deserved.
This is
the game. The game was over. The game was over before they took a snap. Wisconsin was penalized for unsportsmanlike conduct before the kickoff.
We could have just started it.
We
then,
could have started
honestly.
then,
and then we could have turned it into a watch along, and then we would have probably directed our attention elsewhere because this
would have been the
team that is down 37-0 right now. How ugly against Iowa. Has been hard to watch. This is the ugliest loss in, I think, the Luke Fickell era, bar none. Horrible.
This is the ugliest loss in the past 30 years.
Yeah, this is bad.
I think. I got a text from Adam Mertz. This is the worst home loss if the final score holds, which, if anything, it looks like Iowa would tack on.
Yep.
That this would be the worst home loss since getting beat 51-3 by a top 5 Miami team back in 1990.
Those are records you don't want to be around, you don't want to be near, you don't want to be mentioned in the same breath of. This is the ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day post-game show. Let's debrief, I guess. We're on the
89.
ESPN Madison and, even better, another year back.
Yes.
We're on the ESPN Madison and Milwaukee YouTube channels. We're on the ESPN Wisconsin app as well. We will flip over to 100.5 ESPN Madison unless the Brewers-Cubs game goes 15 innings. Then we won't.
Oh, if it does, the Brewers are up 2-1 right now, as everyone can see on the YouTube stream. I'm in all my Brewers stuff. There's the Badgers jersey I was wearing this morning on our computer, and they haven't earned the right for me to wear their jersey on this post-game show after this abomination of a performance. We're all in on the Brewers right now.
This is miserable. We're going to play a game called One Word later to describe the Badgers. We're giving you our instant reaction now and want to hear from you as well. 844-770-3776 is the Carbless ESPN Wisconsin talk and text line. Liz is more. My name is Corey Sparks. I'm joined here by Riley Yauk. Owen Dimful is producing here at the Everlight Solar Studios at ESPN Madison. ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day is presented to you by our friends at Coors Light. When you need to refresh on game day, I think we're all going to need a lot of refreshing after something like this. Choose a beer that's as cold as the Rockies, cold filtered, cold lagered, and cold packaged for peak refreshment. When the mountains are blue, you know what to do, and that's crush a Coors Light 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. All right, typically in these, if a game goes haywire, the Badgers lose, you start to look like, okay, this is where it went wrong. The issue was here on the defense. The offense didn't look disciplined. There were penalties. Riley, I don't frankly know where to start. This is horrible. I am miserable, and so are you.
Yes. I think that hits the nail on the head. You don't know where to start. Everything was just horrible today. This is worse than the Maryland game in the sense that we couldn't draw anything positive for that game. I would love to see someone chime in and try to come up with a positive from today's game, other than maybe for a lot of you out there who have been chanting for Luke Fickell's head for years now.
You're going to get what you want at some point.
I am not certain that he's going to have a job come Monday morning. I'm not calling for his head. As a fan, as a human being, I will never want Luke Fickell out of a job. However, as the head football coach for the Wisconsin Badgers, you got to go, buddy. Like, what is this? What are we watching? You are getting pasted. You spent all off season 42, Iowa 42, Iowa 42. We're going to do it 42 extra reps on everything.
Do it 37 times after this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Make it a 79. Iowa 79.
Yeah.
It's
good quick math by you.
Thank you. I try. You get beat 42-10 last year. You spend all offseason, we want to compete with the big boys in the Big Ten. We're going to beef up our defensive line. We're going to do 42 extra push-ups and add 42 reps to our sets, 42 stairs, whatever, because we want to beat Iowa. And then you come out, unsportsmanlike conduct penalty before the game starts. They had 2 more throughout the rest of the game. And then you get shellacked, embarrassed, pantsed by Iowa again on national TV, again in prime time, again. This is just an absolute low point for this program. We are back. We're back before the Barry Alvarez era, folks.
Yeah.
I grew up. I know there are a lot of other people my age who never knew a bad Wisconsin football team.
No, we've been spoiled until now.
Exactly. And now, I guess this is our turn.
Yeah.
It's our turn to
now we have to
experience
pay
this.
our dues.
Yep. I will always be proud to be a Wisconsin Badger. I will always be proud to have graduated from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. I could not be less proud to be a fan of this Wisconsin Badgers football team right now. This is embarrassing.
844-770-3776. Mark Sigelski is in the Carbless Talk and Text line in our ESPN Madison YouTube channel live chat saying, no excuses. Fickle has to be fired. The whole offseason was for this game, referencing those workouts, do the 42 push-ups. Remember what they did to you last year. And this was how the team performed. This locker room is gone. He's got to be done. Wisconsin is the worst team in the Big Ten. And let's go there next, because that's what I put out on Twitter before this show started, not how I was looking to promote the ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day post-game show by making what a couple of weeks ago was maybe a hot take is no longer. Purdue?
Nope.
Looks fine compared to Wisconsin. UCLA has won a couple of games.
Yeah, they've won 2
against
Big
good
Ten
opponents.
games back
They
to
beat
back.
Penn State. They beat Michigan State today. Who else are our peers? Iowa's not our. We're Iowa's little brother as far as I'm concerned.
We're not even close to the. We're not in
like
the
the
same
little half-brother.
stratosphere as Iowa right now. We have Gideon Atuka playing right now. Our Dupree got hurt. Dylan Jones, he ran hard today, which was nice to see. I guess there's a positive.
Yeah, there we go.
Dylan Jones tried.
And the game's over. It was over a while ago.
That'll do it. No,
there's
they
1
got to
second
stop
left.
the clock to move the chains.
Goodness, what a formality.
First home shutout loss since 1980.
And there's the throwback logo on the graphic. Nice touch, FS1.
Yeah, I love Bucky Badger.
Yeah,
I love the black W.
We lost
but
in style today.
Man, is this
There's another
indicative
silver lining.
Cruel irony, I believe this would be called. And they show Kirk Ferentz on the TV right now. I feel like that's the thing. Kirk Ferentz, while he's an old curmudgeon and Iowa is never going to take that next step under Kirk Ferentz, again, they know who they are. And they're always going to demolish teams that don't, like Wisconsin. They out-physicaled us from the jump. It didn't matter how much energy the Badgers came out with. We were out-physicaled, we were out-coached, out-schemed, out-everything. Yeah. It was embarrassing. So say what you want about Kirk Ferentz for the Iowa fans out there. He's going to get you these wins. That's a lock, and he's going to play the good teams tough. Iowa's only losses to the season are 2 ranked teams. They only lost by 5 to Indiana, and Indiana smoked Oregon today. They might be the best team in college football, and Iowa can compete.
Yeah, I thought Indiana was going to take a step back this
So
year.
did I.
No, it's not going to matter. They're looking like a college football playoff team and then some, like a true contender. I have a comparison to what we're going through right now, Riley. The last Badgers win we experienced felt like a very long time ago.
Middle Tennessee.
It was Middle Tennessee.
Let's go.
It was 42-20. By the way, that is the last time it's 42-14. That's the last time the Badgers scored more than 20 points this year. It's the only time they've scored more than 20 points this year because they 17-0'd Miami, Ohio.
We still haven't beat a Power 4 team in over a year now.
Yep.
Yeah, congratulations.
Horrible.
Let's go.
Winning with this Wisconsin program, Riley, is like chewing a piece of gum. Every time you win, you get to throw a new stick in. The flavors pop in. We're happy. We're giving feedback on this show. That was fun. Here's what's going well. I have a lot of emotions radiating right now. I'm not apathetic. We're responding to the flavor profile of Wisconsin football. But every week that passes by, you don't get to put a new stick in. You keep that same stick of gum in your mouth, and it starts to what? Lose flavor. It gets bland. Well, now, over a month later, Riley, My jaw hurts, and I'm pissed off, and Wisconsin is 2-4.
Yeah, I think if you get to continue with this analogy, you put that piece of gum in when Luke Fickell was hired at the University of Wisconsin.
And now it's stale. It has a hair in it.
Exactly. You've been chewing this gum for 3 years.
It might be liquid now.
Exactly. Or a rock.
Yeah, or a rock.
I don't even know.
Yeah, what happens when you keep... Does it get more like malleable?
I feel like gum, it gets tougher. It gets sturdier, I guess. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
To your point, it's overdue now. Like, this was a debacle of a performance. I think this is certainly more worthy of someone losing their job compared to what Chris had. Granted, Chris had, he didn't have a recruiting department. He didn't have social media. He wasn't doing any of that stuff. But Braylon Allen was tweeting today.
Sure was. He was retweeting today.
His players loved him.
Yeah.
His players went to war for him. And I cannot say the same for Luke Fickell's players right now. I didn't see guys going to war today. They played hard. I don't want to get on the players too bad. I think today was certainly more of a coaching issue. But they're not going to war.
No.
For Luke Fickell.
They got put through
seem
war.
like it to me.
Yeah, they were not out there fighting. They were just getting shot at, and it was not fun to watch at all.
Mike Fickell's the gum you picked up off the sidewalk and put in your mouth.
Yeah, that's a pretty good comparison, Mike. We can go with this analogy all night long if you would like to. If you're looking for a reliable roofing and home restoration company in Wisconsin, Badgerland Exteriors is here to help. Residential and commercial roofing, siding, and solar, Badgerland Exteriors has you covered. Visit BadgerlandExteriors.com to get started today on your next project. We're going to play a game when we come back because games make people happy.
Except if they're Badgers games.
This is a Badgers game.
At least the Brewers right now. Chad Patrick, please strike out Dansby Swanson. I need some joy in my life because it's not coming from the Badgers.
That is a rowdy crowd right now, and I cannot say the same, mainly because FS1 did not want to take any crowd shots.
They did not take any crowd shots today.
Camp Randall.
Let's go.
Did strike him out. 6 outs away from moving on
Chad
to the NLCS.
Patrick, we've been here before, though. We gotta calm down. We were 3 outs away with a 2-run lead last year.
We'll play one word to describe the Badgers. When we come back, we'll give you a little check-in on the Brewers right now, too, as they are 6 outs away from the NLCS. This is ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day on ESPN Madison and Milwaukee's YouTube channels.
Post-game reaction continues next. This is ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day.
'Tis the season to be planning your holiday events. Whether it's a party for 10 or 10,000, Celebrations has the sound, video, lighting, special effects, and custom-themed decor to make it the best party ever. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With us on your team, your Halloween, holiday, or New Year's party will be easy to plan and super fun to attend. DJs, casino games, lighting, and photo booths are just the beginning at celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison is throwing the Halloween party of the year. Join the fun Friday, October 31st at our Halloween Bonanza costume contest. We're giving away $6,000 in cash prizes at our 9 p.m. drawing. But get creative because the better the costume, the bigger the prize. You'll also enjoy a DJ, a free photo booth, a treat bag with a free drink ticket, plus $10 in rewards play when you arrive wearing a costume. Bring your Halloween spirit to
Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar, the better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Listen to that endless pour. Pure refreshment. If it sounds this good, just imagine how it tastes. Oh yeah, so good. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
Hi, it's Eric from Canopy Wealth Management. Our years of experience have prepared us to guide you through your life transitions. Our local professional team brings over 90 years of collective experience in the wealth management industry for the benefit of our clients. Canopy Wealth Management. Care, competence, clarity. It's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started on your financial future today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
Hi, this is Lee, inviting you to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. We got a great happy hour every day of the week from 4 o'clock to 7, and our patio during the summer is open too. If you're getting married, special occasion, a birthday, anniversary, or even a business meeting, we've got all the accommodations right here at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. You work hard and sometimes you're not sure what you want to do, where you want to spend your money. I want to encourage you to come into Ruth's Chris Steakhouse and say hello. It'd be a pleasure to meet you.
You're only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb. Jim Rutledge here. What is a better buying experience? Well, that's the thing. You get to define it. It is the experience that is customized to you. What experience do you want at a car dealership? They can be your trusted friend or your trusted expert. So if you're in the market for a new or new to you Silverado, Colorado, Blazer, Trailblazer, remember, you're only minutes away from a better buying experience. And that's at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. It's not just a slogan, but the way of life at Gruber Law Offices. If you've been injured, call our team today. We've represented tens of thousands of injured Wisconsinites for more than 30 years. Trust Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
It's the best time of the year, and you know what that means for me. It's tailgating season. Hey, it's Alex Stroh. For my friends at Door County Distillery, locally produced, handcrafted, award-winning spirits made locally in beautiful Door County. If you're in Madison tailgating before a game, there's only one thing to do to elevate your experience, and that's bring it with Door County Distillery. Whether that's the cherry brandy for your old-fashioned, the single malt whiskey, or any of the gins, vodkas, and in-betweens, Door County Distillery has you covered. Find the retailer nearest you at doorcountydistillery.com.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
This sucks, man. Good music.
Yeah,
we'll make a party out of this.
Yeah, a lot more upbeat than the Badgers deserve. But
this is,
hey, Brewers only 6 outs away.
That's true. Thank goodness for the NLDS. Thank goodness for the Brewers.
Yes.
It lined up perfectly because otherwise we'd fully have to pay attention to what we just watched. Nice catch by PCA.
Yeah, that was dang it.
We'll fully have to pay attention to what we just watched.
It was against Joey Ortiz, doesn't it?
What? Hard contact. Take what you can.
Yeah.
Have you been waiting to buy your next home? Well, stop. Now is the time to get housed. For over 30 years, Bruner Realty has been providing excellent real estate and property management services in the Madison area. Contact their team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to get started today. That's BrunerRealtyInc.com. Corey Sparks, Riley Yauk here with you in the Everlight Solar Studios. Owen Dimful producing at the Everlight Solar Studios here in ESPN Madison as well. We have Andrew Zimmel back at the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios. You can find us on ESPN Madison and ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channels, as well as the ESPN Wisconsin app. Wisconsin just lost 37-0 to Iowa, and I want to take the temperature here before we play one word to describe the Badgers. This will be just a quick answer, Riley. Is Luke Fickell's job safer or less safe than it was after the loss against Maryland?
Oh, significantly less safe. If the meter, like the gauge, you know those pressure gauges where they start to, in the movies, they start to go bing, 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 before they blow up. After the Maryland game, get out ball.
Oh,
let's go. Bryce Terang, he was so due this series. He was so due.
Brewers
Bryce
giving us something
Terang
to
with
cheer
some
about.
insurance. Thank you. Anyways, bring the passion back to anger. If the meter was like in that red after Maryland, it was at the very end. Now it's like the bing, 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 bing. It's about to explode. This is the first time in his tenure, again, as a Fickell supporter and an appreciator, as much as that's possible.
Yeah.
This would be the first time where I would almost be more surprised if we don't get an email in our inbox or see the social media post that he has been let go this Monday.
You think it's more likely than not?
I understand the buyout's huge, but this is not acceptable. It doesn't matter who's coaching the team right now, man. I could get out there and coach Wisconsin to 37-0. Owen could. You could. Yeah. I just want someone who cares about Wisconsin. out there. Pluck a fan from the stands who stayed there the entire game. Get a parent to coach.
Poor fans,
Have
by
a
the way.
volunteer. If this is going to be the result of every game, I don't want to see what happens next week against Ohio State. That's going to be 70-0.
Yeah.
That game will be over. That game is over already. The results are going to be the same. So I don't care who our coach is anymore. I've wanted Luke Fickell to succeed. That clearly at this point is not going to happen anymore. No. So while there isn't anyone out there, the future looks incredibly bleak.
This was homecoming. This was like alumni from 10, 20, 30,
which
40,
is good.
50 years ago.
It's good that there were that many eyes of alumni on this game. That is a good thing, so they can see what an abomination this program is right now.
It's deflating, though, and you look at like the situation with all the donors. I mean, there's a lot of trickle down from what is happening on the football field right now. We're going to play one word, simply put, and you could play with us in the Carbless Talk and text line as well, 844-770-3776, Carbless ESPN Wisconsin Talk and text line. Lists is more. You can go to the live chat on ESPN Madison and Milwaukee's YouTube channels as well. One word to describe the Badgers' performance against Iowa, 37-0 losers today. I got a couple for you. Hopefully I'm not stealing any.
All right. No, go for it.
Lifeless, uninspired.
Okay.
And apathetic. I think the players don't feel anything anymore. What did they feel out there? At what point was there any... Dylan Jones ran hard today. I'll give you that.
Yep.
You said that
Ricardo Holman had an
Ricardo
interception.
Holman had
there we
pick.
go. There's a positive.
But speaking about the body of work as a whole, the entire roster, the coaching staff, I felt like nobody felt anything. They didn't feel angry. They didn't feel inspired. They didn't feel pissed off like we are. They just felt, woe is me. This sucks. Yeah. I don't enjoy losing 37-0. But I don't have someone to light the fire under me that's going to inspire me to do something about it.
Exactly. And we've heard Brad Nortman talked about this on the post-game, or the pregame show, this morning, or this evening, earlier this evening. It feels like
long day.
It's been a long day. And he said it earlier this Thursday on the Jump Around, our Badge dedicated digital show on the ESPN Madison, ESPN Milwaukee YouTube channels, 12:30 every Thursday. Make sure to tune in. Jim Rutledge, Pablo Iglesias do a fantastic job. He appeared there too. And he said there's a disconnect between the coaching, the alumni, the athletic department, the fans, the players. Nothing is meshed together right now. And ultimately, when it comes to the football team, that messaging starts from the head coach. Yeah. So something right now, Fickell's shtick, if you will, is not getting through. That Iowa 42 clearly didn't mean anything.
No.
Or it didn't mean enough to these guys to actually get them up enough to try and they tried to win this game, to get up and actually deliver a performance worthy of winning a football game. They got up for Iowa's not better than Michigan.
No.
And I think the fact that we had the Michigan game in between Maryland and Iowa is just further proof that this team has not grown. They have not progressed. They have not shown any improvement year over year from Luke Fickell. Because what did we see last year? They got up for Penn State. They got up for Oregon, and they almost beat them. They were so close, and they look good. We were positive last week. They looked good against Michigan early. And then, what do we have here? They hype it up so much. Oh, Iowa, the rivalry. Oh, we hate them. We have to look at this empty trophy case. We want the Heartland Trophy back, the Bronze Bull. And what do we see? 37-0.
That's the worst loss we've seen in years and years and years and years. And I love that you brought up the Michigan game, Riley, because Iowa is not 37 points better than Wisconsin from a talent perspective. We literally just saw that last week.
Yeah.
We were expecting a fight, and you were expecting them, after having your heart broken by the Maryland game a couple of weeks ago, to beat them.
Yeah.
You felt like if we coached well enough, I said I feel like Iowa's slightly more talented. But if you play an A-plus game and you can capitalize on 2 or 3 mistakes, you will win.
Yes.
This was just an uninspired performance.
Yeah.
What would your word or words be? I heard you drop the word disconnect in there.
Yes, my word, it's in our description, or in a title for this stream, embarrassed.
Yeah.
That was embarrassing, and I just looked up synonyms, because that's the word while we were talking, preparing for the show, that just kept coming to my head. Embarrassing, ashamed. So here's a list of synonyms that all mean the same thing. This is all my word, essentially. Ashamed, humiliating, mortifying, agitating, flustering, cringeworthy. Ticklish, I guess, is also a synonym. I don't like
really?
that. Vexatious.
Yeah.
How about that as a word? No, disconcerting. Like, why do we watch Wisconsin football? Like, why are we subjecting ourselves to this? Like, we love being Wisconsin Badgers fans. I'm sure we have over 125 people watching our YouTube stream right now. Like, I'm sure we're all proud to be Wisconsin Badgers. We love watching Wisconsin football. And I guess we're the only ones, or we're more passionate outside the building.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people in the building. I know they care deeply, so I don't want to rip any of them too hard or act like they don't care. I know they care a ton. This is their livelihood. They live and breathe Wisconsin football. But darn it, can we see it on the field?
Yeah. By the way, FS1 could not have flipped to the next game quicker than they did. We do have Scott from Fort Worth on the line.
Scott in Fort Worth, he told us at the beginning of the year he might have been an oracle. He said 2 wins. After the Middle Tennessee game, he called in, this will be the Badgers' last win.
844-770-3776.
Right.
Scott, say it. Say I told you so.
Okay. Not yet. Not yet. I won't do it.
I appreciate that.
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to be. I don't want to wish my team to lose. That's just kind of the way it is. But
yeah.
So I've been listening to the radio. They're in Wisconsin from down here, and I hear a lot of talk about they're not going to fire Fickle, because of the money involved with it and things like that. And I do not care. I will sell my firstborn child right now if it meant getting Fickle off of this team, and that means taking McIntosh with him. And if anybody thinks that it doesn't matter, like nothing's going to change if you fire Fickle or not, I give you UCLA. Look at them.
Yeah.
They beat Penn State, and then they just mollywopped Michigan State today. So, I mean, something changed, with getting rid of whoever the hell was coaching out there, Deshaun Foster, I think it was. But at this point, it's like, what's the sense in trotting him out there? He quit last week against Michigan, and I guess his players just took note of it, and here we are, because that might have been the worst football game I've ever seen in 52 years of watching, not all 52 years, but I'm watching the Badgers. I mean, that was just lifeless and horrible. It was horrible, and that reflects leadership and coaching. And McIntosh can go with him, too. I mean, McIntosh gave him the money and thought he was a good hire, and clearly it's not. I wish we could just go back to the days where we had power run football and maybe just do a better job recruiting quarterbacks and wide receivers, just enough to kind of balance out the running game a little bit, or just take a little bit of heat up the running game. But what a horrible game, and I hope the Brewers pull this one out, because otherwise it's just going to be a terrible weekend.
Oh, my gosh. This would be one of the worst nights in Wisconsin sports history if the Brewers end up blowing this lead, and we all already had to watch the atrocity that was Wisconsin-Iowa. And, Scott, we were very opposite at the start of the season. As the season's gone on, I think we're getting a lot
now.
Yeah, we're getting a lot more connected now, because I don't know, now that it looks like Wisconsin's going to be forced to make a change at head coach, I don't trust McIntosh to make the next call.
No.
Do you?
No, and I think it's been brought up before.
Hell no.
No.
What does the
I don't
pecking
even know
order
if I
look
trust
like?
Barry Alvarez, if he was still athletic director, to be honest with you. I mean,
I don't think Barry wants to make that decision.
No.
At this point.
You know what's bad, too, is you got big boy Bielema down there, raking at Illinois. And not that he was great here, but all the success I see him having down there, and I'm just like, what about, you know what, don't make me beg for Paul Chryst again. I mean, at least we weren't getting skunked out by Iowa with Chryst. I mean, I wasn't a Chryst fan either, but I mean, this program is it's gotten worse every year, with absolutely no sign of improvement. And then the only solid part we had on our team, which was the defensive line, got roped for over 200 yards on the ground tonight.
Yep.
Damn.
And that's the thing. We thought they improved. That was they spent their whole offseason preparing for this game.
Yeah.
And that's the performance they put up. Our defensive line, our vaunted number one rushing defense in the country, heading into the Michigan game, got exposed for what they were.
Hey, let me ask you a question, and I'll get off. This is not about the game tonight, but on the Twitter, on the X, I keep on seeing this story about some kid that the Badgers are recruiting.
Yep. And
he was seen with the Ohio State sleeve on. Is there truth to that? Did he bail on us? Or He did.
Yeah. So Amari Latimer, he's a
4-star
running back. He's been committed to Wisconsin for a while now. And last week, he went on an official visit to Ohio State while still committed to Wisconsin. Goes on this official visit to Ohio State. No announcement, nothing like that. But then this Friday, funny enough, he plays his high school football game. He's got 2 red arm sleeves with the Ohio State, the block O on it. He's got gloves that have Buckeyes on them. And he got kind of harassed by Wisconsin fans on Twitter. I didn't like to see that. And then he apologized for it, which I don't think he needed to.
I saw that. No, he didn't need to. And I thought, reading his response, and what a nice kid. I mean, a well-spoken kid, at least on the internet. You know what? Any other year, if we were competitive, I would probably be like, what a punk. You know, you don't know what the word commitment means. But after seeing this, he's probably sitting at home like, whew, boy, I'm glad I jumped ship on that.
Yeah. That's the thing. If I'm a parent, I'm not sending my kid to Wisconsin with a good conscience. If I'm him, and if Ohio State is interested in me right now, the far and away looks like the best team in the country. Yeah. That's the program I want to be a part of. I don't want to be a part of this program.
It's like sending your kid to the gulag.
Yeah.
Good call.
I mean, the football equivalent.
Yeah. We appreciate the call, Scott.
Thanks, Scott.
You were
the show, guys. Appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate you as well. Scott did call in after the Middle Tennessee State game and said, that's the last one. That's it. That's the last win. We're going 2-10 now. And here we are. It's 2-4. There's 6 games left. And this was supposed to be, for a lot of you, and I was one of them, Badgers are going to go 6-6, 5-7ers. This was supposed to be one of those wins, and it's not. And there was not a single moment in today's game. Brought up even the pre-game penalty. While we were still signing off from the ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day pregame show, there was an unsportsmanlike conduct call going on that was impacting the opening kickoff.
Yeah.
That's a reflection of coaching. That's a reflection of leadership. Undisciplined is a word you use with a few minutes to go in the game when they got penalized yet again. These guys need to band together and play for something. And there's a ripple effect of what's going on right now. It's going to impact recruiting. It's going to impact future years. It might impact who has jobs in certain spots. But it's also very clearly impacting the guys on the field right now who put up a decent fight against Michigan a week ago, who could not get up for arguably the second most important game of the season.
Yes, and Jay Leon in the YouTube chat, you two were Homer stands last time, mood changed now. Yes,
absolutely.
After that, you're darn right that changed
Jay
my
Leon,
mood.
there's nothing to defend from what we saw today.
Yes, and thank you for chiming in. You've been here every week. I appreciate it. But, Corey, before we go to break, Brad Nortman said this in the pregame show with you and Adam Mertz, that Iowa has always been a litmus test.
Yep.
Where is Wisconsin football at right now? He said when he was playing for the Badgers, his good years, they beat Iowa. His underachieving years, which then is 8 wins, that was an underachieving year for Brad Nortman's era of Wisconsin football. They lost to Iowa.
Yeah.
And this year, if I was a litmus test for the Wisconsin Badgers, boy, oh boy.
We failed.
That's an F minus. That's a 0 out of 100. They are the worst team in the Big Ten. They're arguably they're bottom 100 in FBS. Exactly. They're same amount of points. Owen just chimed in my
0%,
ear.
That's
0%,
good for the
same
goose
amount
egg
of
we
points
put up.
as they scored. So
yeah.
Appreciate the heckling, Jay Leon. We love you. We see you.
We appreciate you guys hanging out with us here. We're going to be hanging out until probably around 11 p.m. So air those thoughts out again. 844-770-3776 is the cardless ESPN Wisconsin talk and text line. List is more. We are also reminding you here on ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day that Canopy Wealth Management carries a long-standing tradition of working in the best interest of their clients every single day. The team at Canopy emphasizes building local relationships and believes that values matter and strengthen their communities. At Canopy, it's care, competence, and clarity. That's not just a tagline, it is a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started today. When we return, what is next? A genuine question. Please, again, chime in, 844-770-3776, or on the live chat. Where do you go from here? You play Ohio State a week from now. I know that much. Wisconsin fans want this program to elevate, want it to get better. What do you do outside of the obvious answer? How do you fix this, even if you strip it all the way down to the studs? That's next. This is the ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day postgame show brewed by Coors Light.
Post-game reaction continues next. This is ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day.
Start your career where the road to success is paved in coffee. At Dunkin' Donuts, we're now hiring crew members and hourly shift leaders at our locally owned locations. Dunkin' offers flexible schedules, employee discounts, health and dental benefits, and paid time off. Plus, bolster your resume with our own leadership training program and even scholarship opportunities. Up to $1,500 per semester. Text Team Spirit to 85000 or visit teamtmart.com/careers to apply. Dunkin', America runs on you.
In the next 30 seconds, I'm going to tell you how to save money and save the planet. It's simple. Ditch your energy bill and make the switch over to Everlight Solar. While electricity prices keep rising, Everlight Solar will give you the chance to take ownership of your power while also reducing your carbon footprint. As a local company based out of Madison, they'll be there with you every step of the way as you make the switch to solar. To learn more about how you can save money and save the planet, go to everlightsolar.com.
Don't be haunted by high prices this Halloween. Metro Ford of Madison has frightfully good deals waiting just for you. Right now, drive home the all-new 2025 Ford F-150 or F-150 STX, or escape the ordinary in a 2025 Ford Escape, both with just 2.9% APR for up to 66 months, only $16.41 per month for $1,000 finance. But hurry, these scary good offers vanish November 3rd. Visit MetroFordOfMadison.com today, where the deals are a treat, never a trick.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Electric bills are out of control, but with federal incentives, you can go solar with zero upfront cost and start saving hundreds a month. Badgerland Exteriors and Solar is a local and family-owned company, and they make the switch to solar simple. No pressure, no hassle, just honest.
AJ with Badgerland Exteriors here. Contracting made easy is more than a tagline. It's how we run our family business. Visit BadgerlandExteriors.com to get started on your next project. That's BadgerlandExteriors.com.
Have you been waiting to buy your next home? Stop. Now is the time to get housed. What's up, Madison? It's Stacy from Bruner Realty. Nobody has a crystal ball to know what the future holds. The longer you wait to find your next home, the better the chance you'll be paying more for it than you would be today. Don't miss out on what could be the best opportunity to find your dream home. Contact our team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to help start your search. That's BrunerRealtyInc.com. Let's get housed.
Attention, business owners and executives. Looking for a bank that's invested in your community as you are? Look no further than Starion Bank. As a Dane County community bank, Starion offers competitive deposit and loan rates while actively supporting local initiatives. Visit a business banker at one of our convenient branches in Middleton, Monona, and Sun Prairie. Starion Bank, full-service business banking, lending, and cash management.
The Midwest's best baseball players have one thing in common: GRB Academy. For 15 years, GRB has been Wisconsin's leader in player development and advancement, producing over 468 college commits and 27 major league draft picks. Their Windsor facility has 52,000 square feet of elite baseball training space. Next up to bat is GRB's Top Prospect Camp on Sunday, October 12th, open to the high school classes of 2026 through 2029. Claim your spot now at grbacademy.com.
Hey, it's Evan Cohen. Coming up Monday, Damian Woody joins us in studio at 7:30 a.m. Eastern to react to Week 6 in the NFL and look ahead to a huge Monday Night Football doubleheader. It's on Sportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
And it's just like the ocean under the moon. It's the same as the emotion that I get from you. You got the
ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day rolls on with Celebrations Entertainment. Planning events has never been easier. They have complete event services for weddings, corporate events, nonprofit events, outdoor movies, casino nights, and much more fun. Visit celebrationsentertainment.com to get started today. Celebrations Entertainment, fun, memorable moments. This is a Badgers post-game show, but I'm not going to bury the lead here. We will talk about what's next. How do you fix this? There is one out in the top of the 9th right now, and the Brewers are in front of the Cubs 3-1 in a win or go home scenario, Game 5 of the NLDS. I don't want to steal the thunder too much from our ESPN Milwaukee teammates, but I'm not going to ignore what's going on here either. This would be pretty significant for the state of Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah. I was at American Family Field last year for Game 3 against the New York Mets. It was the same situation. This game is not over yet. Still 2 outs. I was there. Devin Williams, 3 outs to go. Our closer up 2-0. It felt like we were finally going to move on. We were finally going to advance. The Brewers would get that monkey off their back. And what happened? Devin Williams blew it. Pete Alonso hit a home run, and that was all she wrote. Season was over. So Abner Uribe looking to complete the 6-out save. He came in the 8th. He got the first out. Seiya Suzuki flied out to Churio and left. Still 2 outs to get. I have not been this nervous since last October. And, man, it'd be great if the Badgers could make me feel like this again. That'd be cool.
Yeah, this angst, I was telling you, you're like, I don't like this. My heart's beating a lot. I'm really nervous. Every pitch holds a lot of weight. I'm like, Riley, this is how we should be feeling about the football team.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
It is stressful, but it's sought after when you have a team that has bottomed out like the Badgers.
This pressure is a privilege.
Yep.
Not every fan gets to enjoy this. To Sal Frelick, 2 outs. Okay. Okay. 1 out.
What did you think of McGill starting today?
I really like that move. I
Get him
really
out of the
like
first.
that. Yep. You just needed the Cubs have not scored really at all outside of the first inning. So get a clean first and go from there. Miz gave up 1 solo home run to Seiya Suzuki, and that has been it so far. Now 2 outs, just praying. Owen told me to watch the TV, which I hope means something good happened. Abner Uribe, I can't do play-by-play. That's not allowed. Yes. Let's go! Moving on, baby! Come on!
And he hung up the phone.
Abner Uribe! Yes!
Man.
Let's go!
Good stuff.
Thank you, Brewers! Thank you! This night is not for nothing.
They salvaged it. They salvaged your day, right?
Yes!
The start of it was not fun.
Oh, my goodness. I am so happy. Yes! Finally, the confetti rains down at American Family Field. I'm sorry, Corey, you're a Cubs fan.
You are
I know
all
this
good.
hurts.
You are all good. You've been very nice to me today.
PCA, yeah, forlorn. That's how us Badgers fans feel all the time. How do you like it? Oh, this team. This is the kind of team I want the Badgers to be.
Yep.
Resilient, facing adversity and not flinching.
Playing in big games, showing up in big games.
Yes, that's Barry Alvarez's whole thing. Don't flinch. All we see the Badgers do is flinch. This Pat Murphy-led squad has not flinched this entire postseason. Now they have 7 games. Are the Dodgers a juggernaut? Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be a wagon.
Is that a tall task? Yes. But this team, they know they can do it. They believe, and darn it, are they going to give it their best shot? And now we can address all the technicalities, all the actual meat and potatoes, the real content coming up with this series with the Dodgers next. But for now,
what a series, by the way.
Happy.
What a series.
So happy. This was instant classic. Wow. That is cathartic. That was cathartic. But now I got to go back to being mad.
You're good. I mean, that's what it used to feel like, right? You're in the Big Ten championship. Every drive, every play, every snap, every penalty had you riding this wave of emotions, what I just saw you go through here as they have the confetti on the field. And today, I mean, it was partially because we had the double box going on here. It felt like 3 or 4 plays would go by and you and I just wouldn't say a word. We're watching it. We're like, okay, it's 30-0. Not great. I don't think this team's going to win another game this year now at this point, and I don't have much feeling. It's that stale piece of gum again.
Yep. There was absolutely no reason. Yes, this is, oh my goodness. This is like Hubba Bubba, but infinite flavor.
Yeah, doesn't run out.
Ideal for...
Blow a big bubble.
Yes, and it just doesn't get stale. This is beautiful. This is the gift that keeps on giving. I am going to enjoy this for a long time.
Go.
I have a lot of friends who are Cubs fans who are going to be hearing from me this evening. Unfortunately, they're also all Badgers fans. So.
Well, we had 2 rivalry games going on.
Yeah,
and so right
exactly.
now,
But
Iowa fans are thrilled.
Last week, I feel like there are a lot of Iowa fans who are probably bigger Cubs fans who are not too thrilled. But I don't know.
at that point,
I can't speak for them. Last week, our big question coming in, we had a whole meeting about this, was will Wisconsin do enough to rip our attention away from Game 1 of the NLDS between the Brewers and Cubs?
Yeah.
And they did in the first half. We were watching, and the Brewers, they dominated.
It was 9-1 in the second.
There wasn't much to talk about or watch with the Brewers. They pillar to post beat them bad. This week, they had to do something monumental to grab our attention. And they didn't even try.
They pushed us away.
Exactly. They actively made it difficult to watch. It was physically painful to try and watch the Wisconsin Badgers. And they, similar to Brewers Cubs last Saturday, the game was over in the first halfway through the first quarter.
Yeah.
There was no reason to watch. We had to go down to Vintage Brewing Company because they weren't doing takeout orders tonight. Go watch the game down there, get some food before the show, and we had to watch the Badgers game through a fish tank. We had the Brewers game in front of us.
Yeah.
It was very symbolic. We were watching the Badgers game through a fish tank, and it's like, oh, look at that. Hunter Simmons threw a screen pass behind his receiver again.
Yeah.
And thankfully, Vinny Anthony recovered it. Oh, he threw it out of bounds on 4th and 2, down 30. Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Ohio State
whatever.
Next week, by the way. I
forfeit? Can we just?
Someone said that.
Yeah,
our live
someone
chat. Someone suggested we forfeit. That's basically what they did today.
Yeah, no, honestly, yeah, Colby overhang. Can we forfeit?
Can we forfeit? Might as well.
Honestly, it's not a terrible idea. It's not a terrible idea.
Strategy.
What is
mentality this team's had?
What is there to watch? The Brewers and the Badgers are perfect opposites of each other. The Brewers, I guess, similar in the sense that maybe they aren't the highest in the world talent-wise.
Yep.
They don't have the most talent.
There actually are some similarities that would suggest the records should be close.
Exactly.
Lower budget, not powerhouse. The Brewers don't have somebody in MLB who's top 10, right? They don't have a top 10 talent. The Badgers don't have that right now. And yet one team balls on a budget, and the other one's been crumbling. The more and more NIL has evolved. And the more and more we've gotten into this fickle era where at year 3, or 2.5 years in now, one's gone in this direction and one is the best team in baseball.
Yes, and I mentioned this briefly last week. I'll expound upon it a little more right now. The Brewers take after their manager. Barry Alvarez called Pat Murphy a pit bull.
Yeah.
And that is what he is, and that is the tenacity this team plays with. Bryce Terang has had an atrocious series so far, a terrible playoffs, and what does he do? He demolishes a pitch 450 feet to dead center to give the Brewers a little extra cushion. And the Badgers, they take after their head coach too. Luke Fickell, chomping gum on the sidelines, never shows any emotion. You don't see much passion unless he is frustrated about a call. And that's what you see on the field. Yes, they're competitive in the sense I'm sure they want to win. They're out there to play hard. But there's nothing extra.
No.
There's no juice. There's no passion. It's hard to quantify. What's wrong? You just don't see anything on the field. It's so painful to watch. And it's reflective of the leadership.
Yeah.
It's reflective of the leadership.
It trickles down. The team is broken right now. The fan base is broken. The Badgers community watching this football team lose 37-0 against a rival on homecoming night, trying to snap a 364-day streak where you haven't beaten a Power 4 opponent since the restructuring of the Pac-12 and everything. And all that just went down the toilet a couple of minutes into the game. You realized there was no chance on earth this team was going to win. You can save money and save the planet. Ditch the energy bill and make the switch over to Everlight Solar, your local solar energy company based right here in Madison. Visit everlightsolar.com to learn more and make the switch today. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Next, we will get to how do you fix this. I do think there's a route. Some very tough conversations are going to have to be had, but it might have to get worse before it gets better. I don't know how that's actually possible.
I don't know if the lights are going out at Kellner Hall this weekend.
No. I think that's a great way to put it. So we'll We'll talk about that next. Just road to recovery. How do you fix the Wisconsin Badgers, who have lost 4 in a row and have not beaten a Power 4 opponent by next week, over a year? That's next. This is ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day, brewed by Coors Light.
Post-game reaction continues next. This is ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day.
It takes a team to meet just about any goal, and that's as true on the football field as it is in the office. So it's good to know that you have the Gordon Flesch Company on your side. For more than 60 years, GFC has provided cutting-edge office technology for companies of all sizes, and as the nation's largest Canon dealer, GFC delivers the latest office technology, serviced, and is supported by the most experienced professionals in the industry. That's business technology managed. Visit gflesh.com to learn more.
Hi, Dave from Canopy Wealth Management here. Our balanced approach helps guide you through a complex and ever-changing landscape. Throughout your family's financial planning journey, we will serve as a partner, advocate, and steward in all aspects to help you achieve your goals with confidence. At Canopy, care, competence, and clarity, it's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
To those who've ever dreamt of their perfect event, those dreams are worthy and they are possible. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With hard work, passion, and great music, we will make your event dreams a reality. Every event is a labor of love, with one-on-one planning, customization, and flawless execution. Bringing your event to life is what we do. For a fun, memorable event, visit celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Greg Scalzo here for Buck & Honey's. This fall, Buck & Honey's is celebrating their 15-year anniversary with 15 days of giveaways. From October 6th through the 20th, they're giving away a huge prize to one lucky winner every single day. Buck & Honey's is beyond grateful for their loyal guests and the amazing team who've supported them over the years, and it's time to give back. Enter at any of their locations in Sun Prairie, Monona, Wanakee, or Mount Horeb, and follow them on social media for more ways to sign up. I'll see you at Buck & Honey's.
From the baseball playoffs to regular season football, Prize Picks is the best way to win cash watching our favorite teams. Which players are going off? Which ones are overhyped? Well, make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your takes into cash all season long on Prize Picks. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats. If you get your picks right, you could cash in. Prize Picks now offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. Prize Picks also offers injury reboots. If one of your players leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks won't count it as a loss. Prize Picks offers Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more for quick and easy deposits into your account this football season. Join millions of users. Sign up for America's #1 fantasy sports app. Download the Prize Picks app today and use that code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
You're only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb. Jim Rutledge here. What is a better buying experience? Well, that's the thing. You get to define it. It is the experience that is customized to you. What experience do you want at a car dealership? They can be your trusted friend or your trusted expert. So if you're in the market for a new or new-to-you Silverado, Colorado, Blazer, Trailblazer, remember, you're only minutes away from a better buying experience. And that's at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb.
At Siding Unlimited, we're really excited for the fall season. Not only are we proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics, we are also fired up for an exciting fall season cheering on football and volleyball. If that's not enough, we're really excited to share with you that Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's best window and door installation team. Siding Unlimited is a Pella Platinum Premier National Contractor of the Year award winner 5 times. Looking for new windows and doors? Visit us at sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Madison.
On the air, on demand, on social, on Wisconsin Sports. Serving Wisconsin sports fans. This is 100.5 ESPN.
Winners, like the Milwaukee Brewers, who are advancing to the NLCS, go to Ho Chunk Gaming in Madison, the casino with the highest payouts in the area. Go be a winner. like the Milwaukee Brewers. At Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, they're open right now and stay open until 2 a.m. on a Monday. Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. More spins, more wins, more fun. This is ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day, brewed by Coors Light. The Brewers win 3-1 over the Cubs. They advance to the NLCS, so it's the Brewers and Dodgers, and then it is the Mariners and the Blue Jays. Actually a pretty fun combination of teams. I think you could pick out the one team out of those four that America's rooting against, probably.
Yes, Dodgers, certainly the villain. Outside of Chicago, maybe Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, St. Louis, I think Milwaukee going to be the fan favorite for sure in the NL.
So that is something that is making 2/3 of the Everlight Solar Studios crew pretty happy. Owen asked me in the break, which I appreciate. He goes, "Are you okay?" The answer is no. But I do appreciate you asking. That's very nice of you, showing some humanity. Riley's been really nice to me, too.
I'm sorry.
So you're good. You're good. You're allowed to celebrate your team.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
But I only wish the pain that I know Corey and every Cubs fan is experiencing right now on a select few of my friends. Only a few.
Just channel it all to them.
I will.
Right? I appreciate the sentiment.
Oh, they're going to. I will. Don't worry.
I'll make sure they hear it, right?
Yes.
We're feeling some pain from watching the Badgers. In terms of just losing 37-0, not only on homecoming, but against Iowa. A lot of people are calling for Fickell's job. It is becoming, especially I feel like in 2025, right? I was talking to Jim Rutledge about this in the breaks. It is just becoming the culture now, I feel like, in college football and in sports in general. If you don't like what you see on the field more than one time in a row, all of a sudden it's call for the coach's job. Like James Franklin is getting Fire Franklin chance in certain spots.
That's ridiculous.
Like, I get the whole, can't win a big game. The UCLA thing was tough, although they've won 2 in a row now. Maybe they'll just shock the world and go 8-4. They did fire their coach. So there's that, where it's, I think, certain sections of fan bases, they don't have the attention span to get through 4, 5, 6 games in a row, a couple of seasons in a row. If they don't like what they've seen 2-3 weeks in a row, it's I'm done. Scrap it clean. Obviously, you can't do that. If we're going to assign a meter to it, a pressure gauge, like you said, Riley, the Fickell job security meter, the Fire Fickell meter, it's beeping right now.
It's about to explode.
More than it was even after the 24-10 loss against Maryland a couple of weeks ago. So regardless of what happens after this season or even this weekend, I know the Fickell implication comes with buyout options. It can get down to about $25 million. I just freshened up on that. If the Badgers just milk it through the rest of the season, if they try to do it now, full transparency, I don't know the number. I just know it falls game by game.
Yes,
low 30s, high 20s.
Yeah, I think we were in the high 30s.
Okay,
right
high
now.
30s.
I'm pretty sure we're still in the high 30s.
Multi-million a game. That would make sense.
I'm pretty sure that I'm not an expert on his contract. I should look that up for maybe in this next break, but I believe right now the buyout's somewhere in the 30 million-ish range.
Okay, so I boldly called the Maryland game. I don't think I was alone. Rock bottom. This is rock bottom now. The new rock bottom. Maybe we haven't
we're
hit rock
going
bottom
lower.
yet.
It was like Jim Rutledge's meme he posted, like, man, things can't get any worse, or this is the worst. This is the worst so far.
So this introduces the question. There is a serious problem. There are a lot of problems with this Badgers team, but the core one being they're not winning football games. They might not win one for a while. How do you fix this? And Riley, I want to lead with something that I loved you said about this team after the Maryland loss. You said find somebody who cares about the motion W. Not that Fickell doesn't, but I think you need someone who does not use Wisconsin as a resume builder to climb up to that next stair, up to that next step, up the next rung on the ladder. We need somebody in charge of Wisconsin who wants to fix Wisconsin because they love Wisconsin for the sake of Wisconsin fans, for the sake of Wisconsin players, for the sake of Wisconsin alumni, for the sake of the booster, for the sake of the Badger community. Not to build up their own portfolio. And I'm not accusing Fickell of this, but I think it's a lot easier to find someone who wants to fix Wisconsin for Wisconsin, a lot of Wisconsin here, if you find someone who is homegrown in this state. Ties to the community, ties to maybe they're an alumni, ties to maybe they have someone, a family member, a really close friend who is associated with the university, someone who's worked in the UW system in general, someone who grew up wanting to see Badger football in a better spot than it's in right now, not someone who wants a job that's going to build up their own personal profile.
Yes, I think you hit the nail on the head. And I think 3 weeks ago now, again, after the Maryland game, Evan Cohen, the host of Unsportsmanlike, weekdays 5 to 9 here on ESPN Madison, he talked to us and he laid out his solution, or I guess his dream candidate, which is very similar to what you said.
Yep.
Someone that knows the community. They're going to be they're starting at rock bottom now. Fickell has brought this program to become a very undesirable location. This is the worst team in the Big Ten. You're going to have to rebuild everything now. And to do that, you got to start grassroots. You got to get the community on your side. You have to get the alumni, the boosters, the fans, the players, the parents. Everyone has to be on your side. And I think there's a guy who fits that description.
Ooh.
I mentioned him last week, and I didn't talk about him.
Okay.
Mike McCarthy.
Okay.
He's won a Super Bowl.
Yep.
He has been highly successful in the NFL. He doesn't need the Wisconsin Badgers football job. He doesn't need it. He's got a Super Bowl. He's good. He's doing the Pat McAfee
The resume's
show.
fine.
He's whatever. But he's a coach. I bet he's still itching to coach. And
he would have
this
draw.
is a guy.
Yep.
This is a guy just like Pat Murphy. He's not from Wisconsin, but he has adopted the Wisconsin culture. When he got let go by the Dallas Cowboys, where did he go? He came back to Wisconsin. He went back up to Green Bay. He has a street named after him, for goodness sakes, up in Green Bay. This is a guy who understands Wisconsin. He understands the culture here. He understands how to build and coach a winning football team. Would he be the perfect solution? No. The transition from the NFL to college is difficult. But would I be really excited to see Mike McCarthy lead the Wisconsin Badgers? Yes. Would that make me proud? Obviously, results pending.
Yep.
Yes, it would. I would love to see that hire because I know at the bare minimum, he loves Wisconsin and he gets us.
Yeah.
He loves us as fans, as people. And that's what I want to see. You alluded to it. Evan alluded to it. That's what I want. I think Mike McCarthy should get a look. Just a look. If you don't want to hire him, fine. If he doesn't want it, fine. But he already talked with Chris McIntosh at a Badgers volleyball game. Give him a look.
So you just killed two birds with one stone there. I love the philosophy of, well, if you're so worried about going out and getting guys who are trying to build their own resume, just get someone whose resume is already built.
Yes.
It doesn't add anything. It'd be great, right? It'd be a really cool story. Mike McCarthy comes back. He's adopted Wisconsin. I like that as well, where he's not born and raised here, but he is adored here. He brought the Green Bay Packers fan base a Lombardi. He drives in and takes a program that might go 3-9, 4-8 this year, and even that feels really optimistic. Takes him back to bowl eligibility. Takes him back to being, even just getting ranked votes. Wouldn't that be nice for the AP Top 25?
Yeah, and Jay Leon chimes in here. As an alumni, I will donate to Big Mike Sally or Saban. Nick Saban. Nick Saban would not coach Wisconsin.
I don't know if there's a dollar amount.
I would love that too. That's the dream. That's the pipe dream that would never happen. I would love it. But that's the thing. He gets people excited.
Yeah.
That would be someone that people could get behind. Even if they don't really agree with it philosophically, I think people could still get behind him and support him as a coach, which right now is a lot more than you can say about Luke Fickell.
And I said it kills two birds with one stone. The other aspect of that is recruiting. How do you fix a program that is in such a dire state right now that is 18th out of 18 in the Big Ten? I don't think that's a hot take at this point, considering Purdue, UCLA, they're looking fine. Rutgers, maybe we would pantomime with them and make a football game out of it. You bring in a former NFL coach who won a Super Bowl. What do these kids want? They want to go to the NFL. They want to play on Sundays. Also want money.
Yep.
But they want to play on Sundays. You'll get money if you go play on Sundays, and you'll get to live out your dream. And bringing in, we've seen it with Harbaugh. We've seen it with a variety of different coaches. Bill Belichick, that's not working out too well right now.
Yeah, that's such a weird situation.
A lot of freshmen on the roster.
Freshman, he's got the weird girlfriend thing.
Yeah, a lot of distractions over there.
That's odd. I don't think Big Mike would bring in
any distractions.
That kind of circus.
Yeah.
Would it be a big deal, and would there be a lot of fanfare? Yes, but I don't think any more than Fickell had when he was hired. And I think we have some good comments here in the YouTube chat. Swaggy Boog. They let Bob Bostad leave Wisconsin, go to Indiana for what? A bigger salary? He made our greatest Wisconsin lineman of all time. And what does Indiana look like now? They're just beat the number 3 team in the country handily. They were in control the entirety of that fourth quarter. They answered. They showed resilience. What is it? Fernando Mendoza, is that the name of the quarterback? Yep, Heisman candidate.
Mendoza brothers on that team.
Okay, nice. Yeah, he threw a pick six. Oregon tied up the game.
Yep.
Indiana storms back, marches right down the field, touchdown, take the lead 27-20. They force an interception. They kick a field goal. Night. Game over. Indiana, they're physical. They embody what Curt Cignetti is. We had another YouTube comment mentioned. I forget who it is. I can't scroll up and find it right now. But they said Curt Cignetti is exactly what we thought Luke Fickell would be when he was hired.
Yeah, he was the big ticket. He was you're going to rise us from the ashes.
Yep, and Curt Cignetti did him one better. He took a program that's been historically atrocious, that no one has cared about. I use atrocious a lot this show.
Yeah, it's a good word.
That no one cared about ever. Indiana didn't care about their football program, man, and he brought them into their national title contenders in 2 years.
Yeah, they were worse than we were 2 years ago. Isn't that wild?
Yeah, so that's why I've been preaching patience with Fickell for now, and my patience has officially run out.
It's understandable. So yeah, it's I don't have a whole lot either. I said I was apathetic before the game, and this didn't really inspire. It tested me. I saw 30-0, and I was like, I might be angry. No, it's not worth it.
Yeah, exactly. No,
it's not worth it.
No, it's
I'll
not.
Dedicate my time to the other game.
Exactly. That game goes 17-0 at the end of the first quarter. It's not worth my time. It's not worth our time anymore.
I've emotionally removed myself from this football team. And they will be better one day. But again, if you want to chime in, 844-770-3776, the Carbless ESPN Wisconsin talk and text line. Lists more. What's next? How do you fix this? It's probably a really convoluted answer and a tough one that Wisconsin hasn't figured out yet. But we'd love to hear it. By all means, chime in on that. This will not fix that issue, but I think it will make for a great game day experience. Our friends at Liberty Station are running a game day shuttle program during home games this football season. They were doing it today for just $20. Get a Coors Light and a round-trip ride to Camp Randall, and it all starts at Liberty Station American Tavern and Smokehouse, located off the Beltline on Rimrock Road. They provided the food for all the fans at the Wisconsin College Game Day tailgate brewed by Coors Light earlier today. That was a lot of fun to be at. And when we come back, fun segment might be a little skewed more towards one end than the other. It's called Red Hot Ice Cold. That is on the other end of the break. This is ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day, brewed by Coors Light.
Post-game reaction continues next. This is ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day.
It's frightening, but the rewards are thrilling if you're brave enough to enter the prize-filled graveyard at Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison. On Saturday, October 25th, 3 brave souls will enter the graveyard every half hour from 1 p.m. till 5. These 27 winners will each have a chance of escaping with $3,000 in cash. That's up to $81,000 in total prizes. So be here for Graveyard Grabs, the scariest game in town. Grab your friends and get to
Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison.
Looking for the perfect pizza meal just for you? Introducing Pizza Hut's new personal pizzas, the Crafted Flats. 5 bold, hand-stretched personal pizza recipes. 3 cheese, pepperoni duo, the ultimate, and for a limited time, Nashville hot chicken and chicken bacon ranch. All just $5 each, all day. The perfect pizza deal for lunch, dinner, or on game days. Order your $5 Crafted Flats at one of their locations or online at pizzahut.com today. Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Hi, I'm attorney David Gruber. After an accident, you need a trusted winning team on your side. For more than 30 years, Gruber Law Offices has helped Wisconsin families get the results they deserve. If you've been injured, call our firm today for a free consultation. We're available 24/7. Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar, the better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Listen to that endless pour. Pure refreshment. If it sounds this good, just imagine how it tastes. Oh yeah, so good. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
Looking to join an international quality golf club right here in Madison? For a limited time at TPC Wisconsin, enjoy full golf privileges and all club amenities without full dues. Pay just $150 per month through March to maintain your full golf membership with no golf dues until April 1st. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Schedule a tour or submit a membership inquiry at tpcwisconsin.com and start enjoying the private golf club experience you deserve. That's tpcwisconsin.com.
Want to join the fastest growing home solar company in the nation and work in the fastest growing industry in the world? Everlight Solar has open positions in the Madison area and in their newly open Milwaukee location. As Wisconsin's largest home solar company, Everlight Solar offers great opportunities to gain new skills and advance your career. Don't miss the chance to join the Everlight Solar team. Visit everlightsolar.com to apply today. Save money, save the planet, and start with Everlight Solar.
Ben Brust here to tell you about why your next work van should be from Mercedes-Benz Sprinter at Zimbrick European. First off, we have versatility. The Sprinter vans offer 16 body types and thousands of ways to customize that space. Number 2, we have reliability. Sprinter's most powerful diesel engines last longer and require less maintenance, spend more time on the road and less time in those bays. Number 3, we have safety. Sprinter's safety technologies include curtain airbags all around, load adaptive electronic stability program, and crosswind and attention assist. Number 4, Van Care Mobile. Our maintenance team can come to you with routine service. Who wants to go in? Let them come to you. They work with multiple trucks on one visit. Use the Mercedes Me Connect. And last but not least, get your Zimbrick Sprinter at Zimbrick European at Rimrock Road and the Beltline, or go online at ZimbrickEuropean.com because your next Mercedes Sprinter van is waiting for you.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
Red hot, ice cold time. Hey, welcome back to the ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day post-game show. 37-0. The Hawkeyes victors on homecoming night on the Badgers. Homecoming night at a Camp Randall Stadium that looked dejected, to say the very least, at Barry Alvarez Field. Corey Sparks, Riley Yauk here with you on the ESPN Madison and Milwaukee YouTube channels. I am still trying to find the right words to describe what we just watched, but I will give you some words on how amazing Pizza Hut is. Pizza Hut delivers a win every time with the big dinner box, just $19.99. That's 2 medium, 1 topping pizzas, 8 boneless wings, and 5 breadsticks. Feed the whole team for one unbeatable price. Find the nearest location or order online at pizzahut.com. Feed good times only from the Hut. I'm going to be stuffing my face after watching something like this. That's just how I'll cope because Pizza Hut's amazing, and I'm not happy with what I saw from Wisconsin today, Riley.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
This is a night where, I mean, I'm going to be having lots of Coors Lights after we wrap up here in celebration. Maybe pop some champagne when I get home. But, yeah, this is a night, unfortunately, if you're not a Brewers fan and have to be a Badgers fan as well, drown your sorrows in Coors Lights, stuff your face with Pizza Hut. I understand. It's one of those nights. It will, man, I can't even say it. I want to say it will get better.
Yeah.
I want to say it will get better, and it will. It will get better.
At some point.
But, man, I don't know when.
Well, until it gets better, it is time for a segment we like to call Red Hot, Ice Cold.
Oh, was scorching.
Going to keep it himself, another rushing touchdown for Wisconsin. Pouring it on in Piscataway.
Who froze up?
Block from his end zone. It's picked off. Jalen Reed. Touchdown. Huge play
Gotta update
for the
these,
Penn State defense.
It's time to play Red Hot, Ice Cold on ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day.
He's got a fever.
Sir, are you suggesting we have recent examples that you can put into the Ice Cold?
The Ice Cold, yeah.
Category?
I thought you were going to say Red Hot there for a
Oh,
second.
no,
I was
no,
like,
no.
wait, you're right. We don't. We have nothing.
That
was
too.
Rutgers was our last Power 5, Power 4 win. That's over a year ago now.
Ice cold, we could cycle out every week.
Yeah, we keep that fresh.
All right, good stuff. That'll be a good homework assignment.
Yes.
We'll start with the hard part. The part of the Red Hot Ice Cold intro, which I do love, that we probably will not be able to update after this week because I cannot find anything on the football field that was red hot, except a man who actually had a 90-plus yard pick six against Rutgers in his 7-interception season 2 years ago. Ricardo Hallman got a pick today. First interception since it makes me sick to say this, the Reliaquist Bowl on New Year's Day of 2024. If you remember, that's the Tanner Mordecai game where he just showed us that he had the ability to make every single throw if he would have been healthy.
Yeah, back when Ricardo Hallman was picking off Garrett Nussmeier.
So good for him.
Those were the days.
Got the feet in.
Yeah, I was happy. We were both happy to see that.
Yeah.
That was cool.
But it really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
I'm happy for Ricardo.
Yep.
Sure, he works hard at his craft, just like the rest of the guys. Didn't have a pick last year. Didn't have one yet this year. All right, Riley, who's red hot?
The Milwaukee Brewers! Let's go! Fly the L, baby! Have fun driving back to Chicago, Cubs fans. Brewers on top. Let's go. They were scorching today. They wanted it. Take the division series 3-1, 3-2. The series win game 5 over the Chicago Cubs. So happy, so thrilled for the Milwaukee Brewers. If I really am scrounging for the Badgers game, Dylan Jones ran hard.
He did.
Almost hit 70 yards, which is just disgusting that's like what we're grasping at right now. He ran hard. The offensive line, they looked solid in stretches.
Yeah.
They did some good things today. But yeah, that's about it for red hot. I wouldn't even call that red hot. I'd say warm.
Yeah, it was lukewarm.
It was warm.
Lukewarm and white ice cold. I was so convinced that we would have a 1,000-yard rusher this year.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
I thought we might have too.
Yeah, I know Dylan Jones emerged as the RB1, and I think he still has been the most productive. He's gotten the most touches. We haven't really gotten a good read on the other two. And Dupree, I saw he went down with an injury. Hope he's all right after today. And then obviously Cade Yakimelli, one of the better names, I think, in college football.
We haven't seen him at all this season. Ran for 20 yards today.
I don't think we're going to get a 1,000-yard rusher.
Pardon me.
14 yards. Still don't have a rush from a running back of over 17 yards. And we are actually at the halfway point of the season now, which leads us to, you can already hear me getting negative, ice cold. I will start with the anemic offense that has scored over 20 points once this season. That was against Middle Tennessee State. Yes, that was week 2. The putrid defense allowed 37 points to a team that I thought they would at least be able to get in a stalemate with from a physicality perspective. That didn't happen.
Yeah, and it wasn't the secondary today.
No.
It wasn't the secondary. It was the defensive front that was supposedly improved.
Yeah. So the defensive front that honestly was probably getting the most praise heading into the week, and deservingly so, folded over. And I don't like to roll things over, but I can't help but think Luke Fickell's decision is ice cold to put Billy Edwards Jr. in there against Maryland. Probably talked his way into that scenario. Every college football player wants to get out there and get more experience, especially against their old team, who at the time of that performance thought, we upgraded, man. We got a 5-star recruit. We don't have Billy Edwards Jr. anymore. He's on to Wisconsin. That's fine. Billy Edwards Jr. had a lot of emotions riding high. Luke Fickell, you should have never put him out there, because now if you did not put him out there, his road to recovery would have led him to playing today in this rivalry game.
Potentially.
Likely, maybe, sort of. But
he'd be in a better spot. He'd be in a better spot.
That's non-negotiable.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, my ice cold today is Luke Fickell's slogans. TEAM, team on the back of his vest. Didn't look like a team today.
No.
That's for sure. I didn't see anything worthy of together everyone achieves more. That's for sure. And his whole tough, nasty discipline shtick. They weren't disciplined. They had 3 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. They were not nasty. They got pushed around. They were not tough. They got manhandled today by the Iowa front. And this game that they were supposedly preparing for all season ended in a dud. So, ice cold. Luke Fickell's slogans and acronym.
So, we're going to have Pablo Iglesias on in a bit, and then we'll actually have some Luke Fickell audio, which I've heard a little bit of.
Yeah, we've heard a snippet. It's very sad.
It breaks my heart. Because
Yes.
we've said this time and time again. Luke Fickell, the guy, I'd get a coffee with him. I'd get a Coors Light with him.
I would love to just talk with Luke Fickell man-to-man as a person. It's not going to happen.
No.
And all of our critiques are to him as a coach.
Yeah.
Luke Fickell, the figurehead, the coach of the Wisconsin Badgers football program. As a man, it hurts to listen to this. So I'm excited to react to it next.
And the problem is with Luke Fickell, the coach, you're seeing the players on the field, they're not getting his message. He's going in there saying this team needs to be disciplined. This team needs to play hard-nosed football. We have a leadership community. I'm not doing the captains thing this year. And there's no leadership out there. There's nobody on the field galvanizing this group. When we come back, we'll have Pablo Iglesias joining the show, and then we'll go to some Luke Fickell audio. He had some words that, frankly, broke our hearts following today's 37-0 shutout loss against Iowa. This is ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day, brewed by Coors Light.
ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day.
Liberty Station American Tavern and Smokehouse isn't just a barbecue restaurant. Open daily for lunch and dinner, Liberty Station serves American comfort food with regional touches using many locally sourced ingredients. The bar at Liberty Station offers vintage cocktails created in a classic style, local craft beers, plus a wide array of wine options. And be sure to check out their sprawling patio with an indoor and outdoor porch area. Liberty Station, conveniently located just off the Beltline on Rimrock Road.
Your family's safety is your responsibility, and it starts with a solid roof. When the next storm rips through and takes some of your shingles with it, call Badgerland Exteriors. Or looking to replace your whole roof but don't want to break the bank? Let the team at Badgerland Exteriors give you a free, no obligations estimate.
AJ with Badgerland Exteriors here. Contracting made easy is more than a tagline. It's how we run our family business. Visit BadgerlandExteriors.com to get started on your next project. That's BadgerlandExteriors.com.
'Tis the season to be planning your holiday events. Whether it's a party for 10 or 10,000, Celebrations has the sound, video, lighting, special effects, and custom-themed decor to make it the best party ever. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With us on your team, your Halloween, holiday, or New Year's party will be easy to plan and super fun to attend. DJs, casino games, lighting, and photo booths are just the beginning at CelebrationsEntertainment.com. That's CelebrationsEntertainment.com.
It's the best time of the year, and you know what that means for me. It's tailgating season. Hey, it's Alex Stroh. For my friends at Door County Distillery, locally produced, handcrafted, award-winning spirits made locally in beautiful Door County. If you're in Madison tailgating before a game, there's only one thing to do to elevate your experience, and that's bring it with Door County Distillery. Whether that's the cherry brandy for your old-fashioned, the single malt whiskey, or any of the gins, vodkas, and in-betweens, Door County Distillery has you covered. Find the retailer nearest you at doorcountydistillery.com.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
The Midwest's best baseball players have one thing in common: GRB Academy. For 15 years, GRB has been Wisconsin's leader in player development and advancement, producing over 468 college commits and 27 major league draft picks. Their Windsor facility has 52,000 square feet of elite baseball training space. Next up to bat is GRB's top prospect camp on Sunday, October 12th, open to the high school classes of 2026 through 2029. Claim your spot now at grbacademy.com.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
'Cause when the sun goes down, we'll be grooving when the sun goes down. We're feeling all right.
Corey Sparks, Riley Auk here with you in the Everlight Solar Studios on 100.5, on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel and the ESPN Milwaukee YouTube channel. 100.5 ESPN Madison has the post-game coverage of the Brewers' 3-1 win over the Cubs in the NLDS to move on to the Final Four. They'll start a series with the Dodgers on Monday. That'll be best of 7. But Corey Sparks, Riley Auk here, reminding you to experience a banking relationship where your goals are their priority. As a community bank with a commitment to Dane County, Starion Bank redefines local banking in the Madison area. Visit one of their convenient branches in Middleton, Sun Prairie, or Monona today, or online at starionbank.com. ESPN.com. We'll get to some Fickle audio in a bit. I know we're going to have Pablo Iglesias on the phone in a moment. We have him on right now. All right, Pablo, let's welcome you on. We appreciate you so much. I know you're on the Jump Around podcast, a weekly Badger-dedicated podcast, and that is going to be an interesting conversation. But as we debrief, as we recap, as we look back very recently at the 37-0 loss to Iowa, what are some of your fresh thoughts as we're still kind of taking this one in?
Mm-hmm. Hey, guys. Well, the good news is that the Brewers are advancing. So that's awesome. That's good for the state of Wisconsin. We could see that everybody in the stadium when William Contreras' home run, rather. Corey, sorry to bring up a name that hurts you right now there, Corey, but William Contreras' first inning home run, that got cheers here at Camp Randall. Otherwise, guys, it was rough. There's no other way to put it. That press conference, I am still trying to figure out, processing all of that right now, what Luke Fickell's words were. This was probably the last time I would ever want to hear, or probably the first time, rather, let me say it like this, is that the first time I really never heard any type of coach speak in that press conference, at least from how I took away, just those takeaways from it. Just the amount of checkout or whatever it was, just you could tell that there was no energy in the stadium. You could just tell it's very similar to the Maryland game too, where just guys were just, I just don't know what it is right now, where Maryland just came in fearless, and it just felt like the same exact situation right here where Iowa comes in. They didn't put up a 40-burger like last season, so we can call that a win, but also at the same side, man, it's 37-0. It's just, there's no other way to put it. It's just, I'm just really confused now trying to put words together with how you could put a performance like this, especially now. And again, as always, we said, it doesn't get easier from here. Ohio State rolls in, and you see how they took care of business on the road against Illinois, and now you have to bring them in after this. It's just, everybody just fell flat. Everybody knew exactly what the assignments were. Everybody knew what they needed to do today, and yet nothing happened. Nothing happened. It didn't seem like that I know, Riley, you alluded to it as well, is that hopefully that there were some small wins Wisconsin could take away from how they performed at Michigan. Again, moral victories only take you so far, but how can that team use this as a growing point? I didn't see any growth today, unfortunately. It's just, it's so low where we are at right now, unfortunately, and you can tell that guys are just feeling it. You could tell that there's just, like, again, they want to fight. They want to do everything that they can. But what moves are left? What moves can they put out there? And it just seems like right now, nobody knows exactly what moves to make right now.
That's the golden question. Pablo, I want to go back to one of the first things you said there. You were mentioning the atmosphere at Camp Randall. This is a genuine question. FS1 did not show it on TV. I couldn't find a whole lot of pictures on Twitter outside of some that were like 10, 15 minutes from kickoff. How full was it there? How many people were there?
It was said it was a sold out crowd. It
really?
was not. It was not.
It was a Nebraska sellout.
Yeah.
Yes, it was said that tickets were sold for this sellout, but it did not feel like the 82,000 or give or take what it typically is when this place is rocking. And you even saw it too. I tweeted out what before Jump Around looked like compared to after Jump Around. Everybody cleared out, and I mean, I honestly, guys, I've covered high school football state championships in this stadium, and I've seen way more people. By the time the fourth quarter rolled around and this game was ending, I've seen more people in the stands for high school football state championships. And again, you know what? It's I don't want to knock too much on this. It's just, that's where fans are at though right now. It's just such an unfortunate place of pain. But also Luke Fickell even said too, like, he opened up his press conference apologizing. He had said he's never been in a position like this before. And you know, guys, I asked him towards the end of the press conference. He said there's a lot of things, and you could tell too, understandably confused and trying to figure out where they need to go next. What is it going to take? And I asked, there's a lot of things that are spinning through the mind, and I asked, what is step one? What is step one to move forward from here? And he gave me a couple things. He said step one is tough right now, but if he were to pinpoint it, he did mention self-reflection. He also mentioned that it's really, when it comes down to it, guys can't turn on each other because that is a very volatile place. That's a tough thing, and there's no other way. It just sucks to have to say it like that. There's the fact that it's like that you are potentially afraid, or I'm not saying that Luke Fickell is afraid. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but more so of that. Yeah, that there's a fear of you can't have guys turn on each other. You got to make sure that everybody stays together, and it just only gets tougher. Christian Allegro did say too that the guys love each other in the locker room. They want to stay together. They want to fight with each other. So I'll take the word for it that the bond is still strong in the locker room. But I'll tell you guys, it's a completely different feel from where past losses like this or past moments. There's been a lot of anger. There's been a lot of frustrations, whereas here, guys, it's just sadness. It really is, unfortunately.
Yeah, and we heard all this last year too, Pablo. Fickell saying he needed to do more self-reflection, which he has told us numerous times he did in the offseason, how to handle these tough losses and move forward. And now nothing has changed. Absolutely nothing has changed. I'm glad. I am genuinely very happy that the players haven't turned on each other yet, that they're still together, they're still cohesive, they still are fighting and still want to win, but something's missing. They can't do it. They can't go out there and win against any team that isn't significantly worse than them talent-wise. So Pablo, I know Fickell's grasping for answers. It seems like the players are grasping for answers right now. In your mind, do you have an answer for how to figure this out? What should be step one in your mind?
I really don't. I'll tell you, Riley. I wish I did. I wish I had that magic wand. I wish it really was trying to figure out exactly what it is that's going to fix it. But I think the telltale of it is that this team does not know who they are, unfortunately. This team does not know, and they've admitted to it. They are still... The fact that, again, we are in year 3 under a new head coach trying to find that identity, and we are admitting that there is no identity, or we are still trying to figure out that identity, that's just an alarming thing. And again, as much and how special it is that guys can stay together and try to fight and try to do everything they can, I mean, there's no other way to put it, too. Like I said, it's just there's no identity. There's truly no identity. And the fact that, again, if you just keep allowing teams to come into your home turf and just bully you and run all over, and the first Hunter Simmons interception, too, that was batted into the air, or actually was just straight, it was batted into the air, and then you had the second one that was just picked off by a guy who was right off the line.
Yeah.
I mean, just the attention to detail from there, and I'm not saying that guys don't care based off their tone. That's not the sense that I was getting, but you could just ultimately feel that sense of defeat, guys. You could feel that, to your point, Riley, something is missing. Everybody knows something's missing, but nobody knows exactly what that is.
Pablo, what are this team's goals right now? We're at the halfway point of the season, and I know moral victories, that's not an acceptable answer when you're trying to find straws to grasp at, but it's Ohio frickin' State next week. Like, what is this team trying to accomplish as they're about to stare down the defending national champions?
I don't even know if looking at the game is necessarily something that they're focused on, believe it or not. Even though it's only 7 days from here, it really does feel like that. I mean, who's really going to get some sleep tonight? I mean, I hope everybody does, but let's be real, too. It's that you don't know. You don't know. I mean, it truly just feels like that if we felt like that rock bottom was a few weeks ago, I feel like we're scratching at the Earth's core at this point now with where we're at right now, guys. It almost feels like that Ohio State is a backburner. It almost feels like that Ohio State is like 3 weeks away. And I'm not saying that they're not going to game prep for it. I'm not saying that that's exactly what they do moving forward, but it almost feels like more of this is a massive internal issue of everybody's got to come together and figure out what is going on in this locker room before they tackle anything else.
Yeah, Pablo, not to put you on the spot here, but I'm going to put you on the spot. Do you think Fickell lasts until the end of the season with performances like these, week in and week out?
My big question here is internally, who would you go with? I think it's a fair question, and
Yes,
I think
it is a fair question.
Fickle was asked a lot of fair questions, because from there it shows if you do this immediately. Let's walk through this. If you do this immediately, what happens next? Who do you go with? Is there somebody that feels like that it's substantial enough to trust in that coach? Like, who is it going to be? I mean, if anything, maybe it would be Kenny Guyton, a guy that's been pretty tight with the guys. Matt Mitchell, who's had Division II head coaching experience. It just feels like the list is very, very slim if you were to go down this route. And I mean, I think the big question is what are the people above Luke Fickell thinking? What is Chris McIntosh thinking? What is Chancellor Mnuchin thinking? Because, again, I always go back to this, and I think we can all agree, is that at the time when Luke Fickell was hired, he was the right person. And it was said to on Wisconsin College Game Day pregame show, if Jim Leonard was still here, they would be Iowa. But heck, honestly, if we were Iowa today, we would be on the other side. We'd be winning 37-0. That's just not the case. That's not the case today.
Yes, but Pablo, not to interrupt, but I understand the list is slim. There's no real future right now, it looks like, if you let Luke Fickell go. But does it matter who's coaching? If these are the performances we're getting every week, anyone could throw that team out there and lose 37-0.
Yeah. I feel the frustration.
Yeah.
I feel the pain. I think we all feel it in different ways. And I think even just similar to me too, like what I said, I don't know if I have that right answer. I don't know if I know exactly who is going to be that person that steps in, but it's something, whatever the change is, so everybody's got to reflect in terms of what happens here. You know, what happens next, because I'm sure that seat is not feeling all too comfortable right now. I think even Luke Fickell to a point too, whether, whatever the case is, who he's spoken with, what meetings he's had, whether he knows his status, you could just tell that there was a switch in terms of pounding the rock or pounding the fist on that table out of anger and trying to rally the guys. Whereas this time around, you could kind of feel that it's a little more soft spoken in terms of, guys, we got to do this thing, trying to figure out, and it's coming from a different place of frustration that's almost wearing everybody out.
I don't want to use the word resignation, but I feel like as a fan base, we're getting closer to that point. You can only hope that behind closed doors, those guys are still fighting, still battling to get better. Pablo, I wish we were talking to you after better news, but we are always happy to speak with you. Thank you for your time, and we will speak with you pretty soon, I'm sure.
All right, appreciate you, boys.
All right, thank you very much. That's Pablo Iglesias, one of the two hosts, along with Jim Rutledge, Riley Yauk on the show as well, of the weekly Badger-dedicated
Great
podcast.
stuff there
to jump
from
around.
Pablo.
Yeah. I think diving in, the step one being making sure that guys are not turning on each other. Great question, by the way. What is step one from here? But step one being to making sure that guys are not turning on each other and sticking to those core principles that they preached in the preseason, if you will, in training camp. I think that is important. It is very frustrating knowing that in year 3 we have to go back to step one, square one.
Yes, and again, like I told Pablo, I'm genuinely really happy that the team hasn't splintered yet like it has in years past, which means there's still the faintest glimmer of hope, I guess. But Owen said this earlier today, our producer here. Is it confidence? Like, I don't think any of that could be the missing piece here.
Yeah.
What they're lacking. They don't have an identity. And when you don't have an identity, there's nothing to be confident in. You don't have anything to hang your hat on, to be assured in, like, okay, maybe if we don't pass the ball, we know we can pound the rock.
Right.
Okay, maybe our front seven's getting a little beat up. We know we have an elite secondary.
no backbone.
They're not going to be able to throw on us. There's no confidence. I think maybe that's what I was looking for earlier when I was trying to think of, like, there's no juice, there's no nothing. There's no confidence.
Yeah.
This team doesn't know who they are, and they don't know how to win football games. They don't go out there believing they can win. They go out hoping, praying they can win. And that's not going to beat teams like Iowa. Sure as hell ain't going to beat Ohio State. It ain't going to beat Maryland. You're not going to beat anyone.
Yeah, we have the astronomers and the card list talking
shout out
text
the
line saying
astronomers.
the Badgers need to get Corey at QB1.
I
could try.
I'd be very nervous for you. I think you could get significantly injured, but I don't think you would have changed the score today. I don't think if Corey Sparks is our QB1, we're losing any worse than 37-0.
I would have left that game with a 1,000-yard stare.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh man,
no.
yeah, that would have hurt.
No, thank you. But I appreciate it. That would be cool to be a Division I quarterback for a day. Have you been waiting to buy your next home? Well, stop. Now is the time to get housed. For over 30 years, Bruner Realty has been providing excellent real estate and property management services in the Madison area. Contact their team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to get started today. That's BrunerRealtyInc.com. Before we go to break, we do have that audio from head coach Luke Fickell following a 37-0 blowout loss, a shutout loss at home against Iowa. Here it is right now.
That's as low as it can be, and I apologize. I apologize to our guys, to not be ready, to not have them ready. I'm dumbfounded in a lot of ways, but that's my job. And, this is a game we've been talking about since January, and I've been doing a lot of things to make sure we were ready and prepared, and obviously we were not. First quarter was as bad as we could be, with obviously 3 turnovers and just not ability to overcome those things even defensively. Put us in a really, really tough situation, and we never got our head out of above water after that. And so, I mean, it is a challenge right now. This is no place I've ever been, but I don't know where else there is to go. So, those faces in that locker room, it wasn't from like I told you before, it wasn't from a lack of, something that happened on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. We knew it was going to be an emotional game, and we made a bonehead move even before the game started, which is undisciplined. But it was something that emotionally we knew we had to be ready for, and we were not. So I'm crushed, disappointed in myself and in our team. But we got one thing to do, and we got to keep swinging. So ask me the questions you need to ask me.
I don't think I've ever heard a head coach go out there and say, I'm sorry, in that tone. I think I can count on one hand the amount of head coaches I've heard at the Division I level just come out like that and straight up say, I apologize. Like, I am sorry for what I have done. He's taken accountability. Like, unironically, that is a very good attribute.
Yes.
He sounds dejected.
Yes, that was the word that came to my mind.
Yeah.
Utter dejection. He said it, crushed.
I feel horrible.
Devastated. That's gut-wrenching to listen to. That is the sound of a defeated man who doesn't know where to go from here.
And he said that too.
Yep.
He said, I don't know where to go next. We are at rock bottom. He said he is dumbfounded. When you're dumbfounded, you don't have a whole lot of answers about where to go next, how to progress, how to get back into the win column. At this point, how to compete. I don't know how much they're thinking about Ohio State right now because I think that whole team is dumbfounded. But that sounds like a defeated man right now. And I feel horrible because I do think 3 years ago it was the right hire. I do think he is a great, outstanding human being. He's not pointing the finger anywhere else.
Nope.
He once again, just as he has done about 20 times now, is looking within and going, I need to be better. The problem is he is not getting better, and this team is getting worse.
Yep, and that's the issue. You hit it perfectly right there at the end. I think, honestly, a little peek into my psyche for our fans out there, one of the biggest reasons I've been such a Luke Fickell supporter is because, like, listening to these press conferences, I'm the son of a head coach. My dad's the head coach of Milton Wrestling. While that's not even close to the head coach of Wisconsin football, it matters to a lot of people in that community. And I have seen my dad in similar situations, and it is the worst to see him like that when he doesn't know what to do. But ultimately, to my dad's credit, he's figured it out. Yeah. He's found ways to pick himself up off the canvas and move forward and put together state champion wrestlers, put together state champion teams like he just did this past year. So all the credit in the world to my dad. But that's why I felt for him so much listening to these post-game press conferences. That's why I've wanted him to succeed so bad, because I felt that connection. I've seen that before in my house, and it sucks. It's terrible. But ultimately, if you're not showing any improvement, if you're not showing any growth, if you can't come up with the answers after 3 years of getting progressively worse, you're running out of time, man.
Yeah. It's just the fact of the matter. Like, it's not us wishing for it. It is.
No.
There is. Riley and I have been defenders. Like, what we coming into this season were fielding, sifting, combating, respectfully, the comments saying they're going to go 3-9. It's over. Calling for Fickell's head before the season's even done. And I still don't really advocate for that. I very much advocate against it. But it is a results-driven business.
Yeah.
And they've lost 4 games in a row. And even the 2 games that they won, 2 not-so-great quarters against Middle Tennessee. Obviously, the quarterback going down, and Billy Edwards Jr. against Miami, Ohio maybe made the score a little closer than it was supposed to be. And then it has just been heart-wrenching loss after heart-wrenching loss for a team that doesn't have their quarterback, that doesn't have an identity, that's not getting better, and that has a coach who just took the stand halfway through year 3 and apologized to everybody.
And ultimately, this just isn't acceptable as head coach of the Wisconsin Badgers. He took accountability, which I really appreciate.
It's a good attribute.
And I love to see. But there are so many people whose livelihoods ride on the Wisconsin football program being successful. All the partners, all the local businesses, all of the places that profit off tailgates, all the tourism to Madison, the university as a whole, the students, the professors, the faculty, every other sport
hotels,
on campus
people are traveling,
is supported by football. This program needs to be good. I mentioned this after the Maryland game. Everything that makes the University of Wisconsin-Madison so awesome in some way is related to the success of football. And if we don't want to see that slowly crumble, we need to fix the issue with the football program. This needs to be remedied as soon as possible. And right now, it's looking like Fickell is not going to be the head coach that brings us back from the ashes.
Yeah, in the not-so-distant future as well. Don't know if it's going to be this week. Don't know if it's going to be at the end of the year. Again, we like to hear from you, 844-770-3776. Taking your calls, your texts, your live chats in the ESPN Madison and Milwaukee YouTube live chats on those channels, on those live streams. When we come back, we're going to do a little doubleheader. Drive of the game presented to you by our friends at Chalmers Jewelers, and we will take a look at the Metro Ford of Madison College football scoreboard update. Essentially all finals because we had the late slate. So we'll dive into how those games specifically around the Big Ten and other notable performances went. That's coming up next. This is ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day, brewed by Coors Light.
Post-game reaction continues next. This is ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day.
At Hard Rock Casino Rockford, the unforgettable experience goes far beyond the casino floor with the luxury of their dining and entertainment. Savor prime cuts and fresh seafood at Council Oaks Steak and Seafood, or explore 7 unique dining venues that deliver flavors from around the world. Then let the night ignite at Hard Rock Live, where the world's greatest acts take the stage. Hard Rock Casino Rockford, let's hard rock.
If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side. When you see Diamond Jim, you can count on him to be on your side. Selection beyond compare with on-site repair, so you can wear your jewelry with pride. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Start your career where the road to success is paved in coffee. At Dunkin' Donuts, we're now hiring crew members and hourly shift leaders at our locally owned locations. Dunkin' offers flexible schedules, employee discounts, health and dental benefits, and paid time off. Plus, bolster your resume with our own leadership training program and even scholarship opportunities. Up to $1,500 per semester. Text Team Spirit to 85000 or visit teamtmart.com/careers to apply. Dunkin', America runs on you.
In the next 30 seconds, I'm going to tell you how to save money and save the planet. It's simple. Ditch your energy bill and make the switch over to Everlight Solar. While electricity prices keep rising, Everlight Solar will give you the chance to take ownership of your power while also reducing your carbon footprint. As a local company based out of Madison, they'll be there with you every step of the way as you make the switch to solar. To learn more about how you can save money and save the planet, go to everlightsolar.com.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
You're only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb. Jim Rutledge here. What is a better buying experience? Well, that's the thing. You get to define it. It is the experience that is customized to you. What experience do you want at a car dealership? They can be your trusted friend or your trusted expert. So if you're in the market for a new or new-to-you Silverado, Colorado, Blazer, Trailblazer, remember, you're only minutes away from a better buying experience. And that's at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb.
They say punters are people too, especially on KBN. Presented by Bud Light.
They're the doormat of the Big Ten. They're the worst team in the Big Ten. UCLA beating Penn State was the worst thing that could happen for the Wisconsin Badgers, because now if you look at the standings on ESPN.com, what I'm looking at, they're at the bottom, right next to Rutgers and Purdue. And at least Rutgers and Purdue have some, when they play the MAC teams, at least they're beating them by 30 points.
Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Presented by Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL. Weekdays from 2 to 4 on ESPN Madison.
At Siding Unlimited, we're really excited for the fall season. Not only are we proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics, we are also fired up for an exciting fall season cheering on football and volleyball. If that's not enough, we're really excited to share with you that Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's best window and door installation team. Siding Unlimited is a Pella Platinum Premier National Contractor of the Year award winner 5 times. Looking for new windows and doors? Visit us at sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Madison.
This is Monte Ball.
Monte steps to the right, dashes, reaches, touchdown.
You listen to 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison.
Madison, Wisconsin is as good as it gets.
It's all about the Badgers.
Go Badgers! Go Badgers!
Games like this is what really separates college football from everything else.
Open up the history books. Here comes Rondell.
That was J.J. Watt, and what a story this young man is. Gordon again. What a performance by Melvin Gordon.
And the pass rush gets home for the Badgers.
Camp Randall lets it roar.
An unrivaled fan base, the best college sports town in the world. This is ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day.
We're rocking out here. We are on 100.5 ESPN Madison now, by the way. The post-game coverage has concluded for the Brewers' NLDS winning an NLCS appearance, clinching 3-1 victory over the Cubbies of Chicago. So something to smile about there.
I just saw they were flying the L flag in their team picture, which will I fully admit as a Brewers fan, that's such a little brother behavior
in the team
as the
picture
franchise.
They were doing that?
In the team official team picture.
Objectively, that's a bad look.
Is it? Is it little brother? Yes. Do I care? And is it awesome? Yes. Let's go. I don't care. We won.
I guess Vlad Guerrero did something similar where he was
Yankees lose
to David Ortiz.
So, Cubbies lose.
So it's like if the Blue Jays are doing that, kind of making it about their opponent, and that's how they want to celebrate, the Brewers are allowed to do it too.
I think us and the Blue Jays are in a similar boat when it comes to being smaller markets versus bigger markets there. So, Cubbies lose.
Canopy Wealth Management carries a long-standing tradition of working in the best interest of their clients every single day. The team at Canopy emphasizes building local relationships and believes that values matter and strengthen their communities. At Canopy, it is the 3 C's: care, competence, and clarity. That's not just a tagline, it is a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started today. We're going to parlay this little doubleheader for you. We will begin with the official drive of the game.
It's the drive of the game.
He's got the corner, and the Badgers touchdown answers quickly.
On ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day.
The Badgers punctuating and pulling away.
The drive of the game is brought to you by Chalmers Jewelers, helping guys score for more than 25 years.
I can't keep doing this. I mean, they didn't score, Riley.
I'm looking at the drive chart right now just for kicks and giggles. And the Badgers' best drive, get this, 6 plays, 40 yards, 2.5 minutes that ended in a punt.
Had a 29-yard pass in there, and I guess that's what will make it today's Chalmers Jewelers drive of the game. I can't keep doing the joke thing where it's funny at first, like, Riley drove to Tuscaloosa.
It's Bryce Terang's home run today.
Good line drive. I'm trying to make it about the football game, and when you don't score, I can't really do that. Can we count the drive, the one-play drive that Iowa went on that ended in a Ricardo Hallman pick as the drive of the game for the defense?
Yeah,
sure.
Sure. And I think if we're talking just the drive of the game as a whole, not just positively for the Wisconsin Badgers, I feel like that touchdown drive after the first interception, or maybe the 1-yard drive after the near pick 6 by the big fella.
Yeah.
And those probably were the drives of the game that really would sort of set the tone, where all Badgers fans like myself who came in with that shred of hope were like, nope, it's not happening.
It's gone. Yeah.
That's it.
That's your drive of the game, brought to you by Chalmers Jewelers. Sorry, everybody. Wish we had better news for you. We can only deal with the substance at hand, and that is the game that ended in a 37-0 shutout loss, one of the worst losses in Wisconsin football history that puts them down to 2-4. Now we're going to look around the Big Ten and give you our Metro Ford of Madison college football scoreboard update, brought to you by our friends over at Metro Ford of Wisconsin. Metro Ford of Madison. They are Madison's trusted Ford dealer. Whether you need to purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Ford, Metro Ford in Madison is the place to go. Visit Metro Ford of Madison on the east side today, or go to their website, metrofordofmadison.com, to see this month's specials and browse their inventory. Riley, let's take a look around the conference and see what everybody else was up to.
Let's do it. Starting right here in Madison, Wisconsin. You already know how that game went. Iowa 37, Wisconsin nothing. Iowa moves to 4-2 on the season. Wisconsin 2-4, 0-3 in the Big Ten. Love it for our Badgers. Ha ha. Number 15, Michigan, who handled business against the Badgers last week, got shellacked on the road at USC. The Coliseum was bumping tonight. The Trojans, victors, valiant this evening, 31-13 over number 15, Michigan. Wow. How about that for depth of a conference? USC knocking off a ranked opponent. Unfortunately, my pick from the pregame show is wrong. Minnesota defeating Purdue 27-20 on the back of 14 fourth quarter points. Purdue in pole position. Blew it through a pick 6 after giving up the game time touchdown, and Golden Gophers, PJ Fleck, able to hang on. Ohio State on the road, clearly the best team in the country. In my opinion, it's not close. Just dismantling Illinois, winning 34-16, and that doesn't indicate how much of a blowout it was. Buckeyes roll. The best game of the day, Indiana at Oregon. 7-3. This was the game I cared about most coming into today. We've referenced it already. What Kirk Cignetti has done at Indiana is nothing short of phenomenal. He is an excellent head coach. My opinions on him last year and coming into this year, totally wrong. He's legit. Indiana, you said it, Corey, a wagon. They win 30-20 over Oregon today. Indiana, watch out for the Hoosiers, folks. UCLA get their second win in Big Ten play, 38-13 with a new head coach.
Say the quiet part out loud.
Yeah, we'll let the silence say what everyone is thinking. Northwestern defeats Penn State 22-21 as I guess Wisconsin technically joined Penn State, but welcome to the bottom of the conference, Nittany Lions. The weather's nice down here. Nice and cool.
They lost Drew Aller today. I did see that.
And Drew Aller out for the season, unfortunately. Things looking awfully bleak for Penn State. Actually, could have a little sympathy with the Nittany Lions out there. Northwestern, the Wildcats, moved up 4-2 and 2-1 in the Big Ten. Nebraska scores 10 fourth quarter points to knock off Maryland 34-31. Maryland was leading 31-27 with less than a minute to go in Nebraska with a game-winning drive to punch it in and take the victory out in College Park. And yesterday, Washington handled Rutgers fairly handily, 38-19. And those are your scores from around the Big Ten.
Okay, remember the candy analogy you did last week where you said basically the teams that are pulling off the upsets, they're like the parents taking their kids to the candy store, and you just keep getting to eat celery and carrots. I'm feeling that again in two different dimensions. One, Indiana. Oh, look, it's a team that was worse than us a couple years ago, and in the age of NIL, turned everything around, and now they're a national power. And now UCLA, oh, look, they made the change a lot of our fan base has been begging for, and now they've won 2 games in a row, and they're 2-1 in Big Ten play. And we're stuck here with our carrots.
That we are. I got nothing else to say.
Scoreboard update. The Purdue game was dumb.
Yeah,
pick 6. Touchdown pick 6.
Minnesota,
they had a 7-point lead until they didn't.
Minnesota BSing their way to a victory. I don't care. Now we're at the point, I don't care if we win another game the rest of the season. Just get me my axe back.
That would be a nice
I want Paul Bunyan's axe. That's the goal. You asked Pablo that question. What's this team's goal? Bring back the axe. Yeah. That's all we have to play for. It's something, and it would be awesome. And that's it. That's all we got. But I take it.
Technically the last thing we have today, and we will do this in the last segment here on the ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day post-game show brewed by Coors Light, is helmet stickers. We'll get to that next. We're also going to look ahead to Ohio State as much as we possibly can. We are taking your calls, your texts over the break, 844-770-3776. The Cardless ESPN Wisconsin talk and text line list is more helmet stickers. We'll see, and a look ahead to next week as we embark on the back end of the 2025 college football season. This is the ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day postgame show on ESPN Wisconsin.
Postgame reaction continues next. This is ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day.
From the baseball playoffs to regular season football, Prize Picks is the best way to win cash watching our favorite teams. Which players are going off? Which ones are overhyped? Well, make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your takes into cash all season long on Prize Picks. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats. If you get your picks right, you could cash in. Prize Picks now offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. Prize Picks also offers injury reboots. If one of your players leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks won't count it as a loss. Prize Picks offers Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more for quick and easy deposits into your account this football season. Join millions of users. Sign up for America's #1 fantasy sports app. Download the Prize Picks app today and use that code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Brian here from Canopy Wealth Management. At Canopy, we create strategies that are tailored to your needs and goals. We've invested heavily in client-friendly software so your assets and plan progress are available to view in one place at any time. Whether you prefer only the high-level information or enjoy the intricate details of the planning process, we've got you covered. Canopy Wealth Management. Care, competence, clarity. It's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
Every team needs captains and playmakers, and Madison and Dane County Pizza Hut locations are looking for both. They're hiring managers to lead the crew and drivers to deliver big wins and pizzas. Find part-time or full-time roles with flexible hours, plus full benefits for those who work 30 or more hours per week. Whether it's running the huddle or making plays on the road, there's a spot at Pizza Hut for you. Apply today at jobs.pizzahut.com. That's jobs.pizzahut.com. Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Have you been waiting to buy your next home? Stop. Now is the time to get housed. What's up, Madison? It's Stacy from Bruner Realty. Nobody has a crystal ball to know what the future holds. The longer you wait to find your next home, the better the chance you'll be paying more for it than you would be today. Don't miss out on what could be the best opportunity to find your dream home. Contact our team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to help start your search. That's BrunerRealtyInc.com. Let's get housed.
One call, that's all. It's not just a slogan, but a way of life at Gruber Law Offices. If you've been injured, call our team today. We've represented tens of thousands of injured Wisconsinites for well over 30 years. Trust Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
It takes a team to meet just about any goal, and that's as true on the football field as it is in the office. So it's good to know that you have the Gordon Flesh Company on your side. For more than 60 years, GFC has provided cutting-edge office technology for companies of all sizes, and as the nation's largest Canon dealer, GFC delivers the latest office technology, service, and is supported by the most experienced professionals in the industry. That's business technology managed. Visit gflesh.com to learn more.
Don't be haunted by high prices this Halloween. Metro Ford of Madison has frightfully good deals waiting just for you. Right now, drive home the all-new 2025 Ford F-150 or F-150 STX, or escape the ordinary in a 2025 Ford Escape, both with just 2.9% APR for up to 66 months, only $16.41 per month for $1,000 finance. But hurry, these scary good offers vanish November 3rd. Visit MetroFordOfMadison.com today, where the deals are a treat, never a trick.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
If you're looking for a win after today's 37-0 loss to Iowa, just flip over to the NLDS.
Watch baseball.
Or go to Pizza Hut. They deliver a win every time with the big dinner box. Just $19.99. That's 2 medium, 1 topping pizzas, 8 boneless wings, and 5 breadsticks, all for $19.99. Feed the whole team for one unbeatable price. Find the nearest location or order online at pizzahut.com. Feed good times only from the Hut. All right, this is where we would usually do our helmet stickers. Riley, should we do the helmet sticker?
You know, that's a great question, Corey. So for those of you who typically watch our show on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel or ESPN Milwaukee YouTube channel, you know, I have a helmet that I custom painted and put the stickers on myself, and we put stickers on. We give out our helmet stickers for the best players, best moments of the game, et cetera, et cetera. I left it in my car. I forgot to bring it up for the show today. And when I realized that, it was still probably mid-third quarter, and I was like, oh, shoot, I forgot my helmet. Should I run down and get it? And I thought for maybe like half a second, and it was like, no, I'm not running down to get my helmet. There's no reason to go down and get my helmet to give out non-existent helmet stickers.
I genuinely can't conjure up who would give it to.
That's why I took off this jersey.
Yeah.
So here, this, instead of helmet stickers, I have a jersey. This is game used. I believe, I forgot. We looked it up. This is worn by some tight end in 1989.
Oh my.
The last time the Badgers lost this. So I guess
I'm not blaming you for any of this.
I'll take the blame for the bad juju because I was wearing this abomination, and it's red, so it's probably worn during the last home loss of this magnitude against the University of Miami Hurricanes. And while I love this uniform in a vacuum...
Get that out of here.
In a vacuum, because I love the Bucky on the sleeves. Like, we need to bring Bucky back on like all uniforms, in my opinion.
Aesthetically pleasing.
But now, like, we suck. It was so painfully fitting that the Badgers were wearing these grotesque jerseys today. They look cool, but were horrible, and it's perfectly reflective of the state of this program. So no helmet stickers. We're throwing away a jersey today.
That's a good throw.
Thank you. I got it all the way over to our old Wisconsin football poster from when we were good.
I hear you. I genuinely do. I'm trying to think of like what therapists do. They're usually like, yes, your thoughts and concerns are very valid, Mr. Yauk.
Thank you.
It will get better one day, and I will eventually give you the tools to do it, although I have no power invested in me to help out what's going on at UW right now, but I can hope for it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem. It seems to have helped you a little bit. Brewers winning probably did that too.
Yeah, Brewers.
They saved the night.
After this show, I am flushing all thoughts on the Wisconsin
Baseball
Badgers, and we are back. Yeah, there's some song I heard out there that starts with "Baseball season's underway." What song?
I'm not sure what that could be.
What song is that again?
There's not one in Milwaukee that does
no
that.
Cubs, no. No Cubs, no. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? You are all heading home today. Get out.
Don't you live with Cubs fans?
I do.
Or at least one?
I do.
I met one. I met one of your.
Yes, you did.
Nice
so,
guy.
Yeah, I don't want to look ahead. I guess that's it for helmet stickers. But I don't want to look ahead. I don't want to look ahead to Ohio State. Let me pose this question for you, Corey. Ohio State in week 2 beat Grambling 70-0.
Don't do this.
Do they beat the Badgers worse than they beat Grambling 70-0? I think it's I think it's possible.
If they want to, I think they can. Yeah. I think in those games, it's truly up to the heavy favorite on just how much they run the score up. So I think if Ohio State really wants to, I was closely watching that Illinois game because I'm like, dude, if Illinois somehow keeps up with them or puts up a fight or, Lord forbid, pulls off a stunner, Ohio State's going to come in angry.
Oh my god!
I don't think they need to come in angry to win 70-0.
They can roll out the helmets and win 52-0.
We'll put it this way: I think going into the fourth quarter, the Grambling question that you just asked me will not be. We won't have a verdict on that yet.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll still be possible.
All right.
I don't think it'll actually happen.
All right. What's the spread?
Oh gosh. This is a fun game, actually. Way too early because there's no way this is out yet, right? Or there might be.
No, I don't think so.
They don't open the lines yet. The spread, Riley, is minus 29.5.
Okay.
Yeah, or plus 29.5 for Wisconsin.
Yeah, I think that.
And they will not cover.
That's generous. That's
generous.
I
think it's going to be generous. They were minus 3.5 against Iowa, and they lost by 37. Or plus 3.5 against Iowa and lost by 37. What do you think the spread's going to be?
I'm so bad at sports betting.
They can't put it in the 30s. Can they?
They might.
The Big Ten cannibalizes itself, although it's not going to. I don't think it's going to come into play.
Yeah, probably. Here. I feel like probably it'll be around like 23.5, something like that. Still terrible, but that's exactly. That's optimistic. That's really generous. But I think Vegas, it has to be more than that. I don't know, man. All I know is it's going to be a bloodbath. And it's at 2:30. Why couldn't this be? Again, it's on national TV.
Can we not do that?
Why are we doing this? Why? Everyone has to see the destruction of the Wisconsin football program live and in color on national television every week. They'll get to see an empty camp. Well, again, I said this today. I guess this is a good thing. This is a good thing for national audiences to see the joke that Wisconsin football has become. They're going to see an empty Camp Randall next Saturday, and they're going to watch Ohio State do whatever they want to the Wisconsin Badgers.
That's what I forgot about. Can we not play jump around down 30?
It's tempting. You have to, though.
You do.
You have
it's
to
part
play.
of the tradition. But what? Wisconsin wasn't jumping around. The Hawkeyes were.
Every team, since Oregon even Oregon, when we were in
I felt this way
position,
for a while.
We had a stranglehold on that game if we were able to get that fourth down stop. And that was the first time in a long time, it felt to me, that Wisconsin was truly jumping around and getting into it.
Yeah.
And
it's a great tradition.
But Oregon still was able to utilize that and flip it and ended up winning that game. Now it's been more of an advantage for opponents for a long time now. I still love it as a tradition. You have to keep it. It's fantastic. However, Build Me Up Buttercup is certainly the more apt tradition, the more appropriate tradition right now. Because man, oh man, I mean they haven't built us up in a while, but they do keep letting us down.
Yeah,
that's
a good point. Very good point. So it's looking ahead. Ohio State next week. Kickoff on national TV, as Riley just said, is set for 2:30. That means ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day. The pregame show will start at 12:30. Postgame show will start immediately following the final whistle or before the final whistle, if it's a similar result. And one comparable to the Grambling State game.
I need to check if there's an NLCS game for next Saturday. So
you're hoping for that now?
I can be happy.
Can I reallocate my attention to this?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yes.
That is
my hope now.
Fully fair. Folks, thank you so much for joining us along the ride today. We enjoyed every single one of you.
Let's go.
A lot of you hanging out.
There is. Game 5 in LA. Game 5 in LA is on Saturday.
Does it have a time yet?
No, it does not. TBD on the time.
We'll
but
see.
This could be good. All my fellow Badgers and Brewers fans out there, we may just have something to cheer about next Saturday.
ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day is presented to you by Coors Light. When you need to refresh on game day, choose a beer that's as cold as the Rockies, cold filtered, cold lagered, and cold packaged for peak refreshment. When the mountains are blue, you know what to do, Riley.
And that is crush a Coors Light.
2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Thank you, everybody. There was a lot of you today. We appreciate you hanging out in the live chat.
Over 120 people still watching right now. We had like 20 total last week, so this many is fantastic. We appreciate all of you.
We look ahead to Ohio State, hopefully brighter days ahead, no matter how far ahead those bright days may be. And that is that. Congratulations, Brewers.
Go Brewers.
Badgers, let's figure it out. This is ESPN Wisconsin College Game Days post-game show brewed by Coors Light. Have a good night.
Peace.
Madison's financial challenges need a Dane County-based bank. Starion Bank is a full-service community bank that delivers quality big bank services with a local approach. We are proud to be there for any budding entrepreneur or small business